Hours from Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire, nobody.
Talk sports with BT and Sal. Middays 10 to 2. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. WFAN Sports Flash.
And we're brought to you by Primo Brands, the official water sponsor of MLB. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. We'll have the Yankees and Red Sox again on the Fan tonight. The Yankees dropping the opener 6-3 out at the stadium on Thursday evening. Max Fried takes the ball tonight facing Brian Bello on the Fan with first pitch at 7:05. Yankees a bit of a mess last night, committing 4 errors and walking a bunch of Red Sox. Meantime, the Mets wrapped up their series in Washington with a loss. They are in Atlanta tonight. Nolan McLean makes his second start opposing Joey Wentz. Preseason football, the Giants wrap things up and now have a eye on the regular season opener against Washington. Here was Jackson Dart after their win over the Patriots last night. He now knows he is going to sit and watch going forward.
I'm just shifting my perspective to be the best teammate that I can be. Russ has completely earned that role for him, and he's played amazing. He's played elite. So, for me, I just want to be the best teammate, and I want this team to win. So, whatever my role is for that to happen, I'm going to do that to the best of my ability.
Russ is obviously Russell Wilson, who does start the season as the starter, and the Jets wrap up their preseason with the Eagles tonight. This report brought to you by Ray Cattina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison, and by Made in Cookware. Some of the finest dishes in restaurants around the world are made in Cookware. Not surprising, since Made in is crafted by chefs for chefs and designed for restaurants and home kitchens alike. Discover all their cookware at madeincookware.com. 74 in Central Park. That's what's happening. I'm Jerry Recco on WFAN, now streaming our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
It's just your jive talking, you're telling me lies, jive talking, you heard these guys.
BT and Sal back on the Fan. The BT and Sal Show on the Fan is presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Mets, who are sinking like a rock. I'll tell you, I'm not going to declare the season over yet. I mean, I've come this far. Why bury them now when technically they still could go out there and sweep the Braves and sweep the Phillies? Now, I have no reason to believe that that's going to happen. I don't know what to believe, honestly, BT. With the Yankees, at least there's some consistency. We'll get to them in a second. I don't know what to believe with the Mets, because sometimes they look like they're a good team. Other times they look like they're a bad team. Sometimes the results, whether it's April, May, right up until June 13th, they look like one of the best teams. And then since June 13th, they've been one of the worst teams. I still believe in the bullpen. I still believe in the top of the order. Obviously, it's hard to believe in the starting rotation. But would I be shocked at this point if the Mets missed the postseason? I would not. I guess that's the best way to say it. It's not acceptable how badly they've been playing. I will save my reaction for when it is final, whether it's the division that comes off the board first, which it will. If not now, in the next 6 days, to me, that will be decided. Meaning that if they don't sweep Atlanta and take at least 2 out of 3 from Philly, the division is definitively over now. I don't think anybody could dispute that. So I'll wait. But if they miss the playoffs, I mean, it is a disaster of epic proportions, but there's still plenty of time left. I can't say that they're not a playoff team when they still, to this point, have a playoff spot.
They do. Yeah. I mean, we get so wrapped up in the day-to-day temperature of these teams that we sometimes, drop these wild declarations that really make us look foolish. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? I mean, I can tell you that I don't think the Mets are very good at all. I think the Yankees are in a little bit of better shape, but I've been worried about them as well. And I've said now for a couple of months, this is one declaration that I will stand by and hopefully be proven wrong. Neither one of these teams is winning anything this year. Well, there's just too many problems.
That's a whole...
Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's a whole nother... I mean, if you want to go there, we could go there, obviously. But and that is the biggest picture of them all. That both these teams should be legitimate contenders for the World Series. Now, I will still say that even though it looks nearly impossible for those teams to be World Series teams, the Mets and the Yankees, that if they do get to the playoffs, would you be shocked the way that the sport is for the Yankees to hit their way to the World Series again?
The answer is no. I mean, it's not an incredibly confident no, but the answer is no to your point.
Same thing. We know their flaws. That's not going to change. They're just a sloppy baseball team. But their bats can carry them. And with the Mets, maybe you'd be a little more surprised because the National League is deeper and because the Mets don't have Like, at least with the Yankees, you could say their offense should be elite and on par with the best of the best, especially, now the difference is they haven't done it in the postseason, but especially if Judge gets going at the right time in the playoffs, right? So that can carry them. What part of the Mets is going to carry them? Yes, Juan Soto has proven in the postseason. He has not proven to be clutch with the Mets so far. Lindor has proven in the postseason inconsistent. And even those two guys, let's just say that they are great. Is that enough to overcome their starting rotation? I feel like the Mets would be better in the playoffs because you don't need more length from the starters necessarily. But there are a lot of holes there that would make me uncertain or unable to trust them going far anyway.
All right, so yeah, I hear you. There's been a lot of twists and turns here, both of these teams, injuries and poor play. And, I just boil it down to there's blind hope and then there's evidence.
Right.
There's blind hope and there's evidence. Now, I'm not telling you, you're not telling, we're not doing it ourselves. Like, nobody's abandoning blind hope. Without hope and without possibility, then why do we dig in as deep as we dig in with these teams, with everything that we have, whether it's emotionally, financially, the commitments that we make to these teams? If you're going to check out before there's any sort of finality to the season, I think you're an idiot. Like, I'm not going to do that. Now, it's one thing to say, I don't think that they're going to win a championship, but to say that they're not going to be playoff teams, I'm not here to do that. So I'm going to still hold on to that hope because I want to. But in terms of the evidence, and this is where the pragmatic side of my mind wins out, the evidence that would support any sort of ability to boast or believe or get behind these teams doing something special this year, the evidence is not there. All right, and you can start, and Mike just said something very interesting, and I was thinking the same thing driving in. Like, this is the most important game of the year, I believe, too. Mike said, I agree, for the Yankees tonight, because not because they're playing the Red Sox.
With Fried.
Because it's Max Fried.
Yeah, I know.
And just because we threw the Mets and the Yankees on the same table right now, if you think about now there's other elements, sure. This guy gets red hot and the bullpen does this. All right, whatever. You get an unexpected start from this guy. Anything can happen. But Manaea is supposed to be leading the way for the Mets. He's been awful.
Like, definitively, they can't start him anymore.
ERA's over 5.
Yeah,
He's been awful.
And if you are going to start him, it's got to be for 3 innings. He's an opener at this point.
Yeah, but last year, those 18 starts, he was great.
I
So,
get it, but I'm just saying, I don't know what they think is going to change.
You got to keep running him out there. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe those loose bodies really are a real problem. I mean, he's better than this. He's been that bad. But the point is to marry both of these teams. Manaea's supposed to lead the way for the Mets. He's been terrible. Max Fried's supposed to lead the way for the Yankees. He has been awful. So I know it's just deeper than the ace and the game has changed a little bit, but God almighty, if you can't give the baseball to somebody that you're supposed to trust, where are we going?
Yeah, I do think it's different where I trust Max Fried will get it going at some point.
Why, though?
Well, because he's got more of a track record. He doesn't. This is where you and I would disagree a little bit or differ in our opinion here. I never base anything on hope. I understand that fans have to do that. But that's not why I was saying that I'm not giving up on the division from a Mets perspective. It's not blind hope. It's that I truly believe in the talent that they have. The problem is, and then I could throw in another element on top of that, where last year I thought that they were an awful baseball team, and they went to the National League Championship Series. We referenced the Diamondbacks years ago. Philly, same thing. So even though we know that the way the Mets and Yankees have played the majority of the year, or at least since June 13th, they are nowhere near where they need to be a World Series team. Once you get in, it is different. Mm-hmm. The Phillies were better than the Mets last year. The Mets beat the Phillies rather easily.
Yeah, but the Phillies were never this bad like the Mets were. The Phillies were
last year, you're saying?
Yeah.
What
I really meant to say, like, the Mets weren't. I know that the Mets were a little erratic a year ago with certain.
They were awful to start the first 2 months. They looked like a dead team.
But did they look like this for this long? That's the problem.
I think. Look,
it's been months.
I understand that, but it's impossible to argue that once you get in, everything can change because really nothing prior to that point.
I can't argue that.
But now, if last year's team to me didn't have enough, the Mets team didn't have enough. It was always, well, how could you fight this momentum and the magic that they have?
Yeah, chemistry.
Well, it wasn't anything tangible. It was just like, well, grimace throughout the first pitch.
Well, Lindor had a great season. That was he finished second.
I understand that, but was that expected to carry them past the Dodgers? Like,
yeah, no, probably
in
not.
In most of our minds, it was just like, I can't even believe that they got this far.
Yeah.
And once they got that far, it's like, man, I don't know. I don't know if you could fight that power, that whatever, that chemistry, that mojo they had going. This year, to me, it's different where I can make legitimate arguments for the Mets being a dangerous postseason team, starting with Lindor and Soto, Diaz. Now, again, Helsley has not been great, but
he's been awful. Helsley's been terrible.
Yeah, but I don't. But it's even.
I'm not saying he can't turn around, but he's been bad.
I mean, but same thing with other guys.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
Okay, like. Who has been great? Diaz has been the best of the bunch. Throw in the Yankees as well. Like
Diaz got problems too.
No, I'm just saying relievers is my issue.
Duval can't.
He can't
be on the mound anywhere where it's a meaningful spot.
Even Bednar's the one who was good. He blows the game the other night. My point is, closers or relievers in general, it's so fickle and could be just a nightly thing. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that their bullpen is so much better than it was a year ago and better than it was even this year that's not really my biggest concern. If you blow it in the bullpen, you blow it in the bullpen, but I'll trust their arms. I'll trust the top of their rotation, the top of the batting order. And the rotation in the playoffs shouldn't be relied on as much because you don't need 5 guys. You need probably 3, and you could go to the bullpen more where you have those extra starters now in the bullpen. Anyway, point is, I think you can make a legitimate case that once they get to the playoffs, anything's possible. However, you could also make a legitimate case they may not get to the playoffs, talking about the Mets. They may not make it, which is hard to believe, but they legitimately may not make it. The Yankees will be in the playoffs. Nobody's going to dispute that.
Yeah, I think the Yanks will be there.
So the question to me becomes, will the Yanks hit in the playoffs? And that's the question that we have every single year.
Yes, which is why there's been a lot of frustration when we talk about the Yankees. Like, there's always this regurgitation of, like, we kind of lump all the recent failures of the Yankees into one scouting report for this team because a lot of the same issues have trickled into this year. Now they're kicking the ball around. They get 4 errors last night.
Come on, can't happen.
I mean, they are running the bases better. They're being more aggressive with that. I do think that they've got a better lineup 1 through 9 than they did a year ago, even without Soto. I think they've got more length to the lineup. Schlittler has been a massive shot in the arm. So there are possibilities.
God, where would they be without him?
I don't know.
They'd be in big trouble.
I don't know. He represents hope. He throws 99. He's got a sick deuce. Like, yeah, I do think the Yanks are in a better spot than the Mets. Not by a ton, but I would say that I agree with you on that. But back to the Mets for a moment.
Yeah.
Like, if you go from late April till now, the Mets are on pace to lose 105 games. They have shown us, Sal, for 4 months that they are indisputably one of the worst teams in baseball. Now, you can say, and you wouldn't be wrong, well, April counts as well. I agree.
I agree. I don't know what to believe.
I know. Well, I think you need to believe whether it's somebody showing you who they are by actions or words. I think I choose to believe myself that the Mets are simply not good enough to do anything that the Met fan wants and expected them to do this year. I think that the Mets, and I've said this as well, are bad at more things than they are good for months.
Yeah, maybe, but still, to me, that doesn't mean that you can't have success in the postseason with the talent that they have. That's just that to me.
And that's where I kind of meet you in the middle of the road because I understand what you mean by that.
As bad as they've been for as long as they've been, they still today have a playoff spot. Now they might not make the playoffs, and if they don't, then they truly are not a good team. If they make the playoffs, then it's all right. Well, they had an inconsistent, disappointing regular season, but that doesn't mean anything now. Vientos average, Soto's average with runners in scoring position, their starting pitch, that doesn't mean
everybody's
anything.
Everybody's at 0.
Yeah, now you load up and say, okay, how are we going to piece this together and then take your shot? Now, would I bet that the Mets are going to win the World Series? I would not. Would I have bet that the Phillies were going to make it a couple years ago or the Diamondbacks? I would not have either.
Yep.
So things happen. And last year, both the Mets and Yankees are prime examples of why baseball is different, and I don't know what to believe in anymore because I thought the Mets for sure, the way they started the year, were not just like, they're not a playoff team. They were an awful team. Like, nobody would dispute that they were an awful baseball team for the first 2 months of the season. And it took everything they had and a little bit of mojo, pixie dust, whatever you want to say, to barely make the postseason. And then even then, they were dead until that Alonso home run. They barely beat the Brewers.
Yep.
And then they wiped the floor with the Phillies in 4 games. So, none of that to me makes sense. Whereas with the Yankees even a year ago, I was like, yeah, they're fine, but they haven't been very good since June. You and I were debating that all year long.
The usual June swoon. Yeah. We see it every year, June and July, pretty much.
I would fight back. You'd be like, yeah, but the Yankees are good. I'm like, no, but since June, they haven't been. They're one of the worst teams in baseball. And yet they got to the World Series.
Yep.
So it's the same exact thing this year with the Yankees in my mind. They have not been great for the majority of, or whatever, since June. But I didn't think they were good last year. They got to the World Series. So would I be shocked if the Yankees got to the World Series this year? I wouldn't, because I think their lineup is so good. So I don't know what to believe with these two teams. If you ask me, without any history, and I'm just watching these teams this year, forget about the talent, just watching them play, I'd say no. Clearly, they're not good enough. But with the talent that's in place and with the way the sport is, I still do believe that anything's possible.
Okay, I can't prove this because this is not statistically provable. This is an eyeball test thing.
Yeah.
This is a feel thing. I don't feel, put the Yanks aside, I think it's more dire with the Mets right now.
Yeah, because they might miss the playoffs.
Yep.
Yanks are going to be in. There'll be a different story.
Yep.
It's going to be the same story with them. Get to the postseason, see if those bats can carry them.
And if they do, we'll see. I feel like this Mets team just doesn't have the same character as last year's Met team. I don't see this aversion to losing. I don't see this togetherness. Again, it's tough to get into the chemistry weeds because, again, there's no stats. There's no detail. I don't care how deep you dive into analytics. You can't, but you know it. You know it. The 86 Mets, they may have hated each other in certain regards. They went on the field. They had each other's back. And I know it's a million years ago. It's a very different culture and society. But I just don't feel like these Mets look together. And I know that they want to win. I would never discredit them and say that they're okay with losing. I'm not implying that at all. But it doesn't seem like they're allergic to losing like they were a year ago.
Correct. And do you think that they're more talented this year or last year?
This year, there's no question.
It's not even close. So then how does that make any sense?
I don't know.
So something clearly off. Now, before I go there, I'm going to wait and give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But if they don't make it, then they've got major issues. You can't just say, well, run it back again with the same guys and expect a different result.
No, you can't do it at that point.
They're more talented this year, but they are clearly a worse team than they were a year ago with far less talent. This should not be happening. And everybody is to blame, whether it's Stearns, Mendoza, certainly the players. To me, that's where the bulk of it is. But before I go nuts.
Smart.
Because there's still plenty of time.
Smart.
And because I still do believe in that talent ultimately.
Okay. Smart.
You got to get there.
I said smart.
As long as they get there, then take their chances. And I think that then there will be levels of, okay, well, they lost in the wild card round if they get there, or they lost to this team. Okay.
Different evaluations based on performances as you get to those checkpoints. And I like the fact that you're going to hold out that final assessment. You should.
Yeah, why do it now?
You don't need to. But if I asked you, without giving it away, in your gut, in your heart, which way you leaning?
This is an impossible question, and it has nothing to do with fandom. Trust me when I tell you.
I believe you.
I just believe so much in Juan Soto and the back end of their bullpen. And I know that's what is successful in the postseason, that I have a hard time burying them. That's it. But obviously, did you think that this was going to happen with Manaea? That he can't protect leads?
No.
No way. Me neither. So,
no.
I actually don't believe it. You could have told me that. You could have even said Senga, although he's been even worse than I thought. But you could have said Senga wasn't going to be any good. You could have said Peterson was going to start to falter a little bit. You could have said Holmes was going to get tired. All those things I could have believed. Inconsistency in some of the guys in the lineup, I could believe that. I cannot believe Manaea has been this bad. I also cannot believe Juan Soto has been as bad as he's been with runners in scoring position and big spot all year long.
It's amazing.
I don't believe that. And I don't think Manaea is going to change. I do think Soto would change if they got to the postseason. Maybe that's based on hope. I don't know. Maybe
No, that's not. I don't think with Soto. I don't think that's based on hope. I think that's based on the reality of what he's done in the postseason.
Okay, but then why hasn't he gotten it going yet?
I don't know, man. It's confounding. I don't get it. He should be. I mean, even talk about the runners in scoring position, and of course the average is. I know average an old stat, but I know it's lower. It's very much lower than it usually is, and a lot of that is attributable to what he's done with men on base. But even, what is he hitting, 240 something? I just still think that Soto's going to do more good than bad than this year. I still think that Manaea is different, and the one thing that I did say about Manaea, and I'm very confused as to where he is right now, because I did point out, now the injury, you can't help that, okay. But last year with the 18 starts with that complete overhaul of mechanics, right? Now, I know he's always had good stuff. Not amazing, but good. And then a new delivery, a little trickery, conceal the ball, whatever. New look for the hitters. Good stuff plus that equal the outstanding results. My, not even concerns, I thought he'd be good this year, really good. I did wonder, all right, well, what happens when the league catches up to the new windup? And I don't know if this is why every game he has one inning where he can't stop tripping over himself. Why I'm most confused with him, though, is because it's not like he steps on the mound in the first inning and he gives up 2 walks and 2 doubles and a bomb and he gets smacked because he stinks. He's shown almost every start elements of being very good, and then it completely comes undone.
Yeah.
Is that a fatigue thing? And if it's a fatigue thing, is the fatigue thing related to the loose bodies in his elbow? I don't know, but he's been awful.
And either way, they have to react. It can't just be, well, let's try it again in 5 days.
Yep.
No, this has been a pattern here where he's a 3-inning pitcher. That's it. So either have him coming out of the bullpen or have him be an opener, but they have to change something else up before it is too late. BT and Sal on the Fan. We'll get back to your calls. You want to talk about the golf outing, Mets and Yanks, and we'll focus a little bit more on the Yanks, too, when we come back, because as you mentioned, as Mike said before, it is a huge game for them tonight. Remember, too, the Yankees still right there within the division. 4.5 back. They still play Toronto.
Let's not mince words. The Red Sox have punked them all year, all season.
Time to show some spine here. All right, guys, by now, you've heard me talk about Collars & Co., makers of the dress collar polo. They've already sold over 1 million of these amazing shirts. Well, Collars & Co. just came out with the new Maverick Performance Blazer. This blazer is sharp and wrinkle-resistant, so you can travel anywhere with it. Just throw it in your bag, and it will remain wrinkle-free. It even comes with security zip pockets, a sunglasses loop, and an optional pocket square. So visit collarsandco.com and check them out today.
This city lives and breathes sports. WFAN is where Yankees fans argue with Mets fans and Giants fans debate Jets fans. Live, loud, and daily. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a month in bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
The Rico Bronya podcast on the Odyssey app is proudly sponsored by Mio Sparkling Sake, the official sake of the New York Mets. Enjoy at Citi Field or your favorite spot. A new tradition in sake, Mio Sparkling Sake.
You want to get the most for your money. That's why more Mazda buyers choose Ramsey Mazda for selection, customer service, and savings. During the Mazda Born and Move You sales event, lease a new 25 Mazda CX-30 for $239 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM842601. MSRP $26,880. Zero security deposit. Ends 9/2/25.
Dedication isn't born in the light of day. It's carved in the quiet hours before the world blinks awake. At Boar's Head, we rise with a mission to deliver craftsmanship worthy of your table. A slice of something special folded into every moment worth savoring. Because dedication means delivering only the very best. Boar's Head, committed to craft since 1905.
Get ready, New York City. Bruce Dickinson, the iconic voice of Iron Maiden, is bringing the Mandrake Project to Brooklyn Paramount in downtown Brooklyn. This is your chance to experience a truly unforgettable night of music. Bruce Dickinson's Mandrake Project is happening September 10th. Don't miss out on this extraordinary event. Tickets are on sale now. Visit BrooklynParamount.com for tickets to witness the Mandrake Project live in Brooklyn this September. That's BrooklynParamount.com.
We're always talking New York sports on The Fan.
On Tuesday, August 26th, it's FanDuel Futures Day, a new holiday for football fans. It's 24 hours of deals on all of your football season predictions. So take a flyer on the MVP race. Can Jaden Daniels take the next step and win the award in just his second season? Can C.J. Stroud bounce back after a sophomore slump? Maybe a healthy Dak Prescott could win his first. Crown your champion in August. Will the Bills finally do it? Can the Eagles go back-to-back? Or maybe a long shot like the Bengals or Packers will win it all, or parlay your division winner dark horses. Mark your calendars. This is your day for your hunches, your hot takes, your calls, and your odds. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your futures bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of WFAN. 21 and older and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, please call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Mostly sunny and warmer, high 82.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples. That was easy.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your cold is coming. Your cold is coming. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zycam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Oh, no, not before my big trip.
The big trip you've been planning is coming up, and so is your cold. But Zycam can shorten your cold and get you back to planning sooner.
Thanks, Revere.
We really should keep Zycam in the house.
Shorten your cold with Zycam.
Take it from America's most revered messenger. Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zycam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy at Zycam.com.
Did you catch Luisito's header?
Yeah, I just recorded it on my new Samsung A36 5G phone I got for free at Total Wireless.
Oh, I'm actually live streaming the whole match with my new Samsung Tab A9 that I also got free at Total Wireless.
I got that tablet too.
And I got that phone too. We both got both.
Switch to Total Wireless and get both the Samsung A36 5G and the Samsung Tab A9 for free. For a limited time while supplies last, valid in store. Requires new phone activation on the Total 5G Unlimited plan or higher external port and ID verification, and new activation on the Total 5G Unlimited 6-month tablet plan. Restrictions apply.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the auto.
Get back to the phones here, BT, 888-808-1019. We went over the Mets and Yankees issues, and really with the Yanks, like we said, we can focus on them a little bit more as the show goes on. An important game tonight. Still the division right there for them, just 4.5 games back. The Red Sox have owned them all year, and it's Max Fried on the mound. So forget about trying to clean up just the sloppy play. They need a big outing from Max Fried tonight and be able to beat the Red Sox, who are also right there with them in those standings.
The emotions can change on a dime. Not that the expectations should necessarily change on a dime, but without Max Fried leading the way, even with Schlittler, who looks phenomenal, I don't know how you just garner incredible confidence that the Yankees can win the division or, go real deep like last year. And by the way, Sal, the Yankees are 4-13 against Boston and Toronto this year.
Yeah.
4-13.
I know they've been bad in the division. I didn't know that specifically against Boston and Toronto.
And even worse, they're 6-17 against the Sox, the Jays, the Tigers, and the Astros. They're facing those teams in a play. They just have not played well against teams they're going to have to beat.
Good teams, yeah. And to Mike's point before, that's what he was saying with us before. Against good teams, they just fold. Hey, but this is no surprise. This is
but it's more than usual this year.
Maybe.
They're never this bad in the division.
Maybe, but
never.
A big part of why I think they're still going to win the division is because of their schedule. If you look at their schedule in September.
The back end, yeah.
Well, they play teams that stink. And what do the Yankees do with teams that stink? They pound them.
Hit 9 home runs and beat them.
Yeah, all right. So then in the postseason, things are going to get tightened up. But with the talent that they have, I still wouldn't be surprised by anything. Stan is calling from West Orange. What's up, Stan?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Hey, Stan.
Good, man. Hey. I'd like to consider myself a little bit of a fan historian, along with Joey from Yonkers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There was a fan golf outing years ago, and you used to register online. As a matter of fact, I hooked up with Joe B a couple of times years ago when he first started playing golf, and he was at that outing as well. So, the fan had an outing at one time. So, just something you guys want to look into. It was about 20 years ago.
Did Mike and Chris go?
They did not go. I think Chris Carlin was there at the time.
Also like that time,
I believe
okay.
a couple other guys.
Yeah, we got to get that going again. I mean, everybody loves playing golf. Let's have a golf outing. Let's get out there, mix it up. Come on, it'll be a lot of fun. We'll have some fun with that, Sal.
Yeah.
Bring back Mike. Try to snipe me again.
I don't know if I'm in for I mean, I do whatever the station would want, but I don't know if I'm in
You
for
just don't love it, DC. I love it.
No, I enjoy it. I like. What's the point of that? I don't know what you're like. Is it just to hang out with the listeners and callers, or
yes, have a fun day.
Yeah, well,
it's
that's
to play
different.
golf.
Yeah.
Hang out with listeners and hang out with each other.
That's different. Hang out with listeners. Yeah, that is different than like
maybe a few shekels on the table. You and I versus Boomer and Gio. We're gonna have to get some shots.
I don't want.
Well, we're gonna get some. We're gonna have to get a lot of shots from Boomer, but why not?
That's not something.
You don't want the smoke? Come on.
I don't want to be in any kind of competitive golf environment. Yeah, that's my issue.
Understood.
John is calling from Westport, Connecticut. What's up, John?
Johnny.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. What's up?
What's up, dude?
BT.
Yeah.
Since you know more baseball than Brian Cashman, could you give me a breakdown on the Fairfield National Little League team and what they're doing right now?
I can tell you this. I'm going to be watching tomorrow at 3 as they try to win the American final there and then take on whomever emerges from the international bracket. They play, I don't know if you followed a ton.
Connecticut made it?
Fairfield, Connecticut they are a step away from playing for the Little League World Series championship game. I think they're 4-0. They beat Nevada. They run the bases. I was talking about the other day when you were off. Yeah. It is fun. Their shortstop pitcher is a stud. It's great. So, you get one of these local teams. I think the last time Chris Drury made the Little League World Series back in '89 with Trumbull. So I followed it. I'll be locked in, even though I'll be at your house tomorrow at 3 p.m. You got to promise. Do you have a TV outside?
I could bring one out there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like a...
No, I don't care what it looks like. I was going to say not like the one that your brother-in-law had when you showed up to watch the Knicks in the...
No.
That's why I was laughing. It was broken or something. No. Because I'm into it. Not everybody's into it. I think it's a great story. 3 p.m.
What time are the Yankees tomorrow? Mets are at night. I already checked that.
Mets are a night game. Are the Yankees? I don't know. Actually, off the top of my head, I don't know what time they are.
Yeah, you guys are coming at 1?
Yeah, I think that's what the wife said.
And then, what time do you think...
what time are we bouncing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to stick around for a while. Well, you want us to get out of here?
No.
Looking for us to stay longer or leave early?
I was just joking around.
No,
but yes, I will get the TV set up outside. And it's supposed to be good weather tomorrow.
It'll be very nice tomorrow.
What I did want to say there is the caller said that you know more baseball than Brian Cashman. Yes, I did hear that promo. I must have been off that day when you were doing that. You want to just expound on that a little bit?
I don't know the promo that you're talking about. What did I say?
You said something like...
I could do a better job?
Salary cap, analytics, whatever, this type of stuff.
Oh, the geeks?
Favor Cashman, baseball knowledge, favor BT. Something like that. I think that's what...
Well, I'll let that statement stand on its own. I mean, I'll certainly quantify it or back it up if you want me to, but I think it speaks for itself.
I'm assuming
I think I know more baseball than Brian Cashman.
That's what I wanted to get.
I do. Yeah, I'm not going to run from that. Absolutely. No doubt about it.
I know. I respect that you believe
he can sit there with the contracts and all the other stuff and, I'm not talking about the legal stuff and constructing, 40-man roster and Rule 9 waivers. Game of baseball, advantage BT. Right. It ain't close.
That's what I wanted to get to. Yeah, I just want to make sure we got that.
Troublemaker.
Freddie, or you said it. I just want to hear you say it again. Freddie calling from Springfield, New Jersey. What's up, Freddie?
Hey, Fred.
How you doing, fellas? Enjoy listening to you guys.
Thank you.
You got to help me out. I'm trying to visualize what Princessa was talking about in the trap.
Uh-huh.
So, interrupt me if I'm wrong.
I got you. Go ahead.
Okay. So he said that he was in a deep trap.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
At the green. And he couldn't see the green at all.
Yes, and it was a deep green. I've got his back on that. It was pretty deep. Yep.
When you say deep green, just so I'm on the same page,
hold on, Freddie. Just so meaning the lip of the green is not like
the
at
green
your ankles.
was elevated.
And that's what I'm saying. The green was elevated and the bunker was higher.
Yeah.
Almost more like Scottish style.
Right.
Not quite that deep.
Right. You could not see onto the green.
You couldn't.
Yes.
You couldn't.
Okay, so that's what I thought I heard. Now he also used the excuse of a bad lie in the trap. Am I correct on that?
Yeah,
also?
he did make it seem like it was almost impossible to.
I did not hear an excuse, but I could have missed that part. But go ahead.
This guy.
He said it was a bad lie.
He did many times.
Was there a good lie in a trap? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Sometimes the ball can sit right up on the trap.
Yes,
you can hit it clean.
Yes, it is a tough shot though. But
I think he did hit it clean.
He striped it, man. He almost striped it right down my throat. He striped it.
None of it makes sense to me because
what?
I play a little golf. If you're in a deep trap,
Yeah.
where the lip of the trap is so high
Yeah.
that you got to get underneath the ball
I know
and
what
open
you're
the face and
Yep.
get it up and over.
Yep.
How do you skull the ball and hit it on a line drive?
I don't know. I'm not Butch Harmon on the shore. All I know is I almost died.
No,
it was a rocket.
Oh, come on, the dramatic.
Well, what Freddie is saying is interesting, and I know what he means. Like, so it was an elevated green. It was a tough shot. I was more concerned because I hadn't started playing. I wasn't hitting the ball great at that point. I was more concerned about how I was hitting the ball or not at that point. So I did not check Mike's lie. But if you're hitting to an uphill green, you should, even if you scull it a little bit, you should have a little air under it, not the line drive.
All right, but okay, so to the point, he's not a professional golfer.
Exactly, that's
so
the answer.
He didn't maybe hit a perfect shot, but knowing, where he was with the ball and that you couldn't see because of the elevated green, he also couldn't see you there.
Oh, I'm not blaming him.
Yeah, me neither. That's
I'm not blaming him.
So we're all on the same page.
I was just a little surprised he didn't seem incredibly concerned after he found out what happened.
Apparently he was not aware of it. Now, I really wasn't aware of it. I had no idea what was going on because I hit one to the left of the bunker.
You were out
I
of the picture.
ran up it, down it to grab my ball and pick it back up and drop it on the green.
And
when
you
I got
actually
up there,
did run it. I actually saw you jogging after your ball.
Yeah, I hustle.
You did.
I keep it moving.
Sally hustle.
I was hustling, and then I get to the green. And I'm like, "What? What's going on? Like, you look like you saw a ghost." You go, "You missed it, man." I'm like, "What?" And you start patting your chest. Mike,
that showed you the mark, the redness.
Mike hit me in the chest. I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" "Oh, dude, he crushed the ball. He was flush in the chest."
I can tell you one thing. Like, I know a lot of people exaggerate. Like, I promise you, hand on Bible.
Oh, man. Did it hurt?
That ball was smoked.
Hey.
It wasn't a looping wedge shot that had some height and gained a little velocity as it came down. It was. Did it hurt? Oddly, no.
Okay. So what's the big deal?
I could still take a punch. That's what I learned.
Let's get one more in.
Anthony's proud of that.
Anthony's calling from.
You would have been wailing. I promise you.
I don't know what I would have been doing, but
up, guys?
I was crying in a different way afterward. Ant is calling from Old Bridge. What's up, Ant?
What's up, Ant?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just laughing because you're killing me with this stuff today. It's tremendous with the golf stuff. It really is. I mean, golf, Sal, if there's an outing, you do what I did. I went on a bachelor party with my buddies. I don't really golf.
Yep.
That in the car, had a few drinks. I smoked a little bit, had a good time. That's what we do.
That's the way to do it. Yep. That's the way to do it.
That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Yeah, of course. It's great. Why not?
So you're going to ride with Sal. So you guys are going to hang.
Yeah, why not? If you want to, I'll ride. We'll have a few drinks.
Yeah, I'm just asking. I didn't know you were inviting yourself. Well, we got to get the outing off the ground
I'm
first.
invited.
I'm invited.
I'll drive.
I love it. Nice, man.
Listen, Yanks, it's really simple. Every day we're going to bash our heads one way or another. If they're going to play like they did 4 errors, we're not going to win. It's that simple. I mean, it's just, I'm not going to go crazy. But like Sal said, I'll agree. They have the what if. The what if they get in because they're going to get in. If they get hot, maybe. We'll see. That's the exciting part about that, So,
but there's
at the
more,
end of the day,
but there's more, Ant, than just hope. Like, you're right. We can all say that, and thank you for the call. Good stuff. Look forward to the golf outing. I do believe it's more than just like you can have hope as a fan and say, well, if we get in, anything could happen.
Yep.
I believe you can make a legit case for each team. Now, it's got to be best case scenario, and there are a lot of ifs, but I do think you can make a legitimate case. Well, when the Yankees get in, if the Mets get in, they can be dangerous because whether it's Fried for the Yankees, whether it's Bednar on the back end of their pen, like I know it's shaky, but still look at the other teams. Like, you don't think Bednar, Weaver, Doval is still better than...
I don't trust Doval. I would take him off the list. The other guys, I feel much better about.
Okay.
Even Devin Williams, this guy Doval looks like he's
all right,
been...
but other teams in there. That coupled with the offense, like if Judge has not even been himself since he's come back here.
No, he hasn't.
If he is... Now, I know the sloppiness and all that stuff. Like, that's infuriating. Like, when Goldschmidt's dropping the ball, I don't know what you're supposed to do. He's the best defensive first baseman. So, and then you had McMahon the other night doing it. Like, when those guys
and
make errors...
Caballero.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jazz, I don't know what he's doing, throwing the ball. That is just...
He's looked shaky at second base for like the last couple of weeks. Even plays he's made, he's looked very like jittery.
I get it. So there are issues there.
Yeah.
But you could say best case scenario where, hey, there is reason to believe these guys can turn it around.
Okay,
it's not just blind hope as a fan. Once you get anything can happen.
Understood. Real quick, what's the Mets payroll? Is it 330? What are the Mets at 340?
Something like that, yeah.
What are the Yanks at?
Right around there, right?
A little bit. Okay. So we're saying, and you're not wrong, Sal, this, that, best case, best. Okay, understood. That's not where we should be at with these teams, with those payrolls. I'm not saying that kind of money buys you a championship. Those days are over. But each team has gaping holes that are threatening to destroy their seasons, and it's really unacceptable. Stearns built a bad team this year, and Cashman built a bad team this year.
By the way, just for clarity, because I think it was Stan in West Orange who couldn't understand what he was saying, like what he heard from Mike. It didn't make any sense because Stan was a golfer. Mike never said that he was in the trap. He said he was behind the trap.
Did he just text us?
Wet grass behind the trap. I'm just saying.
He didn't just text wet grass, did he?
No, Mike was on. Wait, it was wet grass. It was cold and rainy and windy and rainy out there. So just for clarity purposes.
67 degrees. The rain stopped after we got off. It was windy.
In the morning, it was freezing.
Yeah, no,
and then
but this was the sixth hole, which means it was probably more like 10 o'clock in the morning. So it wasn't wet anymore.
But he wasn't in. The point is, he wasn't in the trap for accuracy purpose. You guys got to listen to what Mike was saying. He wasn't in the trap. It was behind the trap, and the grass was wet.
Listen, man, because
he said it didn't even hurt.
Because the great Mike couldn't possibly skull one. And he's a Mike. If you listen, and I gave you props, you hit the ball nice and straight, pin straight. You're good. You're better than I thought. The course is amazing. Hey, come, you're not Phil Mickelson with the short game. It's okay if you sculled one. That's what I'm saying.
You got in the way. You weren't supposed to be standing there. BT and Sal, the fan, 888-808-1019. You have a read here.
I do.
I think, right? What do we got here, Dove? There we go.
Yeah, a little something for you, Sally. I was just going to put ice on my chest, but I was just a little distracted there. Pardon me, guys. All right,
milking it. My God.
Oh, man, hell. Hey, this summer, stay cool and hydrated with the official water of Major League Baseball. Primo Brands. With Primo Brands water delivery, you get premium hydration right from trusted brands like Poland Spring and Pure Vita. I've got my Poland right here. Always try to drink a couple bottles of water a day. And Saratoga, delivered right to your door. Stock up for game day or keep everybody refreshed, still sparkling or flavored. Something for everybody. And the best part, you get to call the shot. So whether you need a few cases or a full week supply, Primo's flexible delivery fits your schedule. Step up to the plate, hydrate like a pro with Primo Brands, the official. I can't believe that happened yesterday. Water sponsor of Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
It's Boomer and Gio. Mornings on the Fan. 101.9 FM.
I need my glasses.
I was reading the wrong column.
I can't see a thing without my glasses.
Damn straight.
Listen to Boomer and Gio on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Maggie Gray with an Odyssey Sports Minute. As if the Cleveland Browns quarterback room couldn't get more awkward, we get another twist. Last week, rookie Dylan Gabriel told CBS, quote, "There's entertainers and there's competitors," when asked about handling the attention the quarterbacks have received. Most people took that as a not-so-subtle shot at Shedeur Sanders. Gabriel later clarified it wasn't personal, but when Sanders was asked if he was buying it, he said, quote, "I don't know, that's not on me," end quote. So, no, it doesn't sound like things are settled. Now we'll see who entertains, who competes, and who's still on the roster week 1. I'm Maggie Gray.
Lowe's has the Labor Day deals you need to give your home a new look. Buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Then, add the final touch with 2 for $8 on select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Refresh your home and save big while doing it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 9/3. Mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
If Twisted Tea was your best friend, they'd start a dance party in the supermarket that turns into a pool party at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea is smooth, refreshing, and always fun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Town Fair Tire, Connecticut's largest discount tire dealer. Because we give you the guaranteed lowest price, and we honor every manufacturer's rebate. We even honor all our competitors' rebates. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable. It's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Where your journey ends? Well, that's up to you. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal is kind of wild. You get a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, 6-piece hash browns, and a medium iced or hot coffee, all for $6. That's the main character meal energy you need this fall. Get it now in Dunkin' stores or order ahead on the Dunkin' app. No substitutions, participation and times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Hey, it's Jerry Recco. If you're facing hair loss like I am, I would like to share my journey at Great Many, New York City's cutting-edge hair growth studio. Looking to regrow your hair safely and effectively? Forget those risky pills with scary side effects and costly trips to Turkey. At Great Many, they use PRP, regenerative medicine trusted by pro athletes for recovery. It's a natural, non-surgical solution that really works. Check out my journey and visit greatmany.com/fan to learn more and save $200 today. Don't hesitate. Take action now like I have. Go to greatmany.com/fan to book your treatment or get a free consultation.
Get ready for more BT and Sal on the Fan.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
How good is a perfectly cooked tomahawk steak? The Chef IQ Sense is the wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking your meat. Order the newly released 3rd generation Chef IQ Sense now and enter code word BOOMER for 15% off at chefiq.com.
Now at Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Puerto Rico. Discover the best mofongo, post that perfect sunset on La Isla, and save big with Verizon while you do it. Switch and get 4 lines for just $30 per line. See? Just $30 per month with unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Plus calls, texts, and data in Puerto Rico included, so you can use your phone sin problema. Stop by your New York Verizon store today. For unlimited welcome in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
The More to Move You summer sales event is on at Open Road Mazda of Morristown and Open Road Mazda of East Brunswick. Don't miss exceptional offers on our most popular models. The versatile 2025 Mazda CX-5 is just $229 per month for 33 months. Or lease the rugged 2025 Mazda CX-50, now only $239 per month for 33 months. There's more to move you at Open Road Mazda of Morristown and Open Road Mazda of East Brunswick. Click, shop, we deliver. OpenRoadMazda.com. Must finance through Mazda Financial Services. See dealer for complete details.
Hey Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, September 5th, when the Yankees host the Toronto Blue Jays, and be ready to receive the Yankees promotional giveaway. It's Austin Wells football jersey night. The first 18,000 guests will receive an Austin Wells football jersey, presented by Bank of America. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Blue Jays for Austin Wells football jersey night on Friday, September 5th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
Catch all the play-by-play with Susan Waldman and Dave Sims. The home of Yankees radio. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT and Sal back on the Fan, 888-808-1019. We'll take your calls, whatever it is you want to discuss on this Friday here. 1 more week to go, and then we can start thinking about the NFL for real. Although I will say, BT, God, there was just something I wanted to talk about, and I forgot what it was, but I did have a note on the Giants. From last night's game. I did not watch the game last night. I saw some of the highlights. I saw Jackson Dart go down and the concussion protocol, all that stuff.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I've had my fill of preseason. I watched the first 2 games for each team.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't get behind the preseason anymore. But I think that there is an excitement growing. You know Frank the Chef from Rails?
Of course.
He's a big...
How's he feeling, by the way? He had
good,
surgery,
I think
right?
good, yeah.
Knee surgery?
Yeah, knee surgery. So I think,
Hang in there, Frank.
I think he's good. So he texted me this morning, and I haven't even been in Rails in a while, but he's a big Giants fan.
Yeah.
So I like getting the feel sometimes from him as a big Giant fan. And he texted me out of nowhere this morning, giving me the stat. The Giants scored 107 in 3 games versus 273 in 17 games. Talking about this preseason. They
compared to last season.
Yeah, compared to last season.
Mm-hmm.
They have the highest point differential, plus 60 in preseason. I know it's only preseason, but does it make you feel better about the future of this team? And my response is like, not really. And he gets all upset about that. You're a pessimist, and why you in I'm sorry, but I can't get excited. While a part of me is excited just in general for football season, and both the Jets having a new regime and seeing what they could do, and the Giants having a totally different feel with, even though it's the same regime, new quarterback, different players. I still don't think anything that happens in the preseason is going to make me feel better about the Giants come regular season.
I'm with you. I think that the only thing that would really shape an opinion is a season-altering injury. If somebody gets hurt, then you're like, for either team or any team.
You think those stats mean anything?
No, I know. That's where I was going.
It's pretty stark different.
It is, but I mean, last year's offense was pop gun. It was they couldn't get a first down if you spotted them 8.5 yards. I mean, it was just morbid. So what I notice is that, and you kind of said this too, it's the same regime. And generally, when you go into year 4, as these gentlemen are, and you haven't won any, well, they had the first good year, obviously, winning a road playoff game, 2022. Was that 2022? 22? Yeah, 2022. The bloom would be so far off the rose that it would just feel stale and dark. There seems to be an energy around the Giants that's palpable this summer. It's oozing out of, whether it's social media stuff, and that's obviously their job to get people hyped up, but the film that you see, when you have, national pundits describing or talking about the Giants, or any sound bites, or even Jameis doing the chicken finger thing, licking his fingers last night with
eating Dubs.
Eating Dubs. That was funny. There just seems to be a really good energy with the Giants, and I'm not surprised. Well, maybe the energy surprised me a bit, but if you remember, I was more bullish on the Giants coming in than most. I do think the Giants will be much more competitive this year. I know that the Jackson Dart story, is a massive thing hanging over the Giants season because it's going to dictate so much of their future. I'm less interested in when he plays and when they wedge him in there. I'm going to take the first month of the season and see what that pass rush looks like and see what Neighbors looks like and Wilson, et cetera. I think the Giants are going to be better this year. I do.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that they're going to be better. I just don't know definitively. I will say, I think you bring up an excellent point about the energy, where normally a regime that's been here for this long and has been beaten up the way they have the last couple of years, it would be like, all right, here we go, make or break. It doesn't feel like that. It almost feels like it is a new regime because of the quarterback change. That has to be it. I know Abdul Carter, but 2 reasons. 1, because Daniel Jones is no longer here. 2, because Russell Wilson, and even more specifically Jackson Dart. Giants fans feel like now, definitively, they have their future franchise quarterback. I'm not even willing to go there yet. I'm excited for Dart. I mean, come on, it's still preseason. You're going to put him in a gold jacket already? Like, if you say that, you sound like a jerk and you're being a bad guy and you're being pessimistic. The reality is he's done nothing yet. Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves again. Let's just enjoy the moment. The fact that they made the right decision, taking Carter, trading back in to get their guy in Jackson Dart. Everything looks and feels great right now. Let's not push the envelope and need him to start week 1 or say he's going to be a Hall of Famer or better than Eli Manning. Just enjoy the ride here. So let's see what Russell Wilson could do. Let's see what the defense could do. Then we can evaluate a little bit more of Brian Daboll. And then eventually maybe they transition to Jackson Dart.
You see, which one comes first? Does the energy within the building change and then the Giant fans pick up on it? Or do the Giant fans have a new energy because Daniel Jones is not here?
Right.
And not to knock Danny Jones around, but it was just stale. It was time to move on. Everybody knew it, and they're reacting to a fresh start in terms of personnel, even though it's the same regime in terms of the head coach of the GM. So I think it might be a little bit of both. I feel like Daboll, and we've talked about this, Daboll and Shane, I don't know what level of assurance they were given, if any, but I surmise it was something. I think they said, hey, go find your quarterback, cook a little bit, properly get him ready to play, and you don't have to win 9 games to keep your job. And when you're told that, you're freed up, and I don't want to say that there's less urgency. That's not what I'm saying, but there's less desperation. And desperate teams do dumb things by playing kids too early, to change narratives, to shut people up. I feel like, I know they haven't played a game yet, but I feel like this Giants organization, it feels healthier We talk about energized. It feels healthier than it's felt in a while.
NFL Talk on the Fan is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
Here's a high drive right field. Line drive, goodbye.
It's the Yankees and Red Sox. 7:05 tonight. Driven by Jeep.
That was an extraordinary play.
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all of the action. The home of Yankees baseball is the Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app.
This August, Route 22 Toyota is closing out the season with end-of-summer savings. Flip your current car into a brand-new Toyota with available zero-down leases on the area's largest selection of new Toyota models. Qualified buyers can score 0% APR financing for up to 72 months on select new Toyotas. Huge savings over the life of your loan. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Route 22 Toyota has all makes and models of used cars starting under $10,000. Get them while they last. End-of-summer savings at Route 22 Toyota in Hillside, New Jersey.
In life, a curveball can be thrown at any moment, and you need a team that knows how to hit it out of the park. The Rothenberg Law Firm has been crushing curveballs, sliders, and fastballs for more than 50 years. We're a team of personal injury lawyers with billions recovered for our clients, because every setback deserves a major comeback. The Rothenberg Law Firm, 1-800-624-8888, or visit injurylawyer.com.
The lawyer for injured ones, injurylawyer.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. Has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Getting engaged will be one of the most exciting times of your life, and the winning team at London Jewelers is there to help you pop the big question. They have the cutting-edge technology and trained professionals at London Jewelers to help you select a ring from their beautiful 2 by London collection, or even design the absolute perfect ring to fit within everyone's budget. So whether you're starting out or starting over, why not let the engagement experts at London Jewelers help you out? You could visit London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations, including the Americana Manhasset and the Ball at Short Hills.
The biggest football contest in Vegas, Circa Million and Circa Survivor, are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million. You pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor. 1 pick a week, no point spread. Lasts the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Talk New York sports on the Fan.
If you've started thinking about what to wear this fall, your timing is perfect because Macy's Fall Preview event has early deals on looks everyone will be wearing. Romantic dresses from BCBG and Avec Les Filles. Western-inspired boots and bags from Steve Madden, all 25% off. Plus, take 15 to 25% off fall beauty from Yves Saint Laurent, Estee Lauder, and Clinique. Don't wait. This Fall Preview won't be around for long. So come into Macy's today. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
When your name's on the paint job, your primer better hold up. Painters trust Kills primers for serious adhesion, stain blocking, and a finish that lasts. Now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same day or next day delivery, or order online and pick it up in store. Kills primers. Pro results faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Some things are hard to commit to, like learning how to surf or saving for a family vacation. But one commitment that's easy, switching to Fios Home Internet with a 5-year price lock guarantee. That means 5 great summers of fast, reliable internet at the same low price. All with the Fios 1 gig internet plan. Plus no hidden fees or equipment charges. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today. Price guarantee applies to base monthly rate only for new and existing My Home customers.
Make every mile unforgettable in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Their expert team will help you find the perfect fit with flexible lease and finance options that make driving luxury easier than ever. Mercedes-Benz of Edison, your destination for luxury driving.
We're talking New York sports. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash. Good afternoon at 12 o'clock. I'm Chris Lopresti. This report is sponsored by Primo Brands, the official water sponsor of MLB, Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. Also sponsored by Duke's Mayonnaise. Well, not exactly the start the Yankees were looking for in their big 4-game series with the Red Sox. 9 walks, 4 errors in a 6-3 defeat at the stadium last night. Now just a half game clear of Boston in the AL East and the wild card standings. They'll try again tonight with Max Fried on the mound, opposed by Brian Bayo. Pre-game coverage 6:25 here on the Fan, as well as the free Odyssey app. Meantime, the Mets, off a series loss to the Nationals down in D.C., continue their road trip with a weekend series against the Braves. And despite being 11 games under 500, Atlanta has taken 7 out of 10 from the Mets so far this season. Tonight, second big league start for Nolan McLean. He's opposed by Joey Wentz. First pitch at 7:15 can be heard on Odyssey Mets Radio. Giants wrapped up a 3-0 preseason with that blowout home win over the Patriots Thursday. This evening, you got the Jets playing their preseason finale at home against the Eagles with kickoff set for 7:30. Fan weather sponsored by Ray Cattina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison. We've got 77 degrees, sunny skies right now in Central Park. And with sports flashes at the top of the hour, I'm Chris Lopresti.
Talk New York sports here.
And we are down with the king topic of the day. And I got to be honest, BT, in all the years, how many years have we been doing this now? 2 years together?
Almost 3, 2.5. Right?
Has it been that long?
I think so.
This is one of my favorite shows. We started the show talking about our outing yesterday with Francesa, the one where you got in the way of Mike's ball.
Yes, it would have been. It would have nestled within a foot and a half of the cup. It had a little backspin on it.
I don't know what you're doing over there. So we had some fun with that. And then obviously we got into the Mets and Yankees. I do want to get some calls back in here. We talked some Giants as well, but just to rehash where the Mets and Yankees are at. Like, for me, remember, I was holding out, I don't want to say hope because I think that is different, but belief, true belief that the Mets are going to get it going. And there were even signs amongst these, 6 games, whatever it is. They pound the Nationals the other night. You're thinking, all right, maybe they've turned the corner. Here we go. Get fat on this soft schedule. They proceed to lose 2 in a row to the Nationals. It can't happen. Until the Mets, now they need to sweep the Braves, which... when does that ever happen?
The Braves are playing well, too.
But they really, otherwise they could be in real danger. Forget about the division, which they're now 7 games back in the NL East. I'm still not ready to call that over yet. But if they lose tonight, if they lose 1 game to Atlanta, then I think it is over. And furthermore, head-to-head with the Phillies starting Monday. So we're going to know definitively about the division at the very least over the next 6 games. And we're also going to learn if the Mets have any guts here over the next 6 games. They are in danger of actually missing the postseason. I'm not going to go nuts yet because there's still time to get it righted and they're still in a playoff spot as we speak. But if they don't make the playoffs, that would be a disastrous season for Steve Cohen's New York Mets.
It would be an unmitigated disaster. It would be an absolute mess. It would be unacceptable to the point where there would be real discussions on this station and certainly you and I on this show about what, if anything, has to truly change in terms of the way they're built and maybe some decision makers. I don't know where you would stand on that. I'm not even sure where I would stand on that now because it hasn't happened to that extent, so we don't even need to throw it out there. Listen, when you look at the wild card, I mean, all right, the Reds are half game back. I do think that's the only team you really have to worry about. You start to get to like St. Louis and the Diamondbacks. Just forget about St. Louis. It's the Reds. It's a one-team race. But just big picture for both of these teams, I keep looking for evidence myself that's going to give me more, again, we talk about that hope-belief difference, more belief that these teams are really ready to dig in and go on a run that's going to bolster all of our confidences that either one could get to and win a World Series. And I see little flickers. I saw a bigger flicker from the Yankees with the Cardinals sweep and then handling Tampa. Last night, like if the Yankees would have lost last night, 3-2, 5-4, 7-6. And they didn't lose the way they did. I think I'd be in a much better place with the Yankees because the Yankees have been playing better baseball.
Yeah.
But when you kick the ball around 4 times and Ben Rice airmails one into center field from his knees on a stolen base, what are you, Pudge Rodriguez? I know you can hit. Stop. And Jazz throwing one into the stands.
Which was, it wasn't just a bad throw. Like that
was maybe the worst throw of the season by anybody in Major League Baseball. And that would probably slipped out of his hands. He's not that big.
Dude,
I mean,
but
come on, I'm not making excuses. It went in the stands, error. Goldschmidt not handling that ball. I even thought I think they were saying on the game, is that really an error? Yeah, it's an error. It was a one hopper at the heel's mitt, and he dropped the baseball. The point is, while I look for the evidence, I don't see it. And when I see that flicker, it quickly gets snuffed out. I do feel like there's a little more evidence with the Yankees, not enough to make me feel great. And right now, I don't see any evidence with the Mets. I don't.
I think the Yankees' strength is greater than whatever the Mets' strength is. It is clearly their offense, and they can bludgeon you with their power. By the way, last night, should be noted, that was their best defensive alignment as well. I know Stanton, they're only doing what they can do with Stanton, but just
Bellinger, Grisham,
well, yeah, just Goldschmidt, exactly. Just swap Judge and Stanton, assuming Judge can get out there in the outfield. That is their best defensive lineman. So it wasn't like they were just saying, we're going to go mash them and put a lineup out there based on the analytics offensively. That was, I believe, an effort to say, okay, we're going to button things up here. This is a big series. We know it. This is what our best alignment is going to look like overall.
I agree.
Outside of Judge Stanton. And they still make 4 errors and cough up the ball game like that. But the Yankees are securely in a playoff spot. Their schedule's getting soft. I still believe the division is really there for them. And at any point, anything can get turned around, turned on here with these two teams because of the talent that each has. It's just been, you're right, bad baseball for too long. I got to be honest, I don't know what to believe. I legitimately believe last year the Mets were an awful baseball team. They went to the NLCS. This year, I legitimately believe they were a good team, not just because of the offseason, because of what they did last year, the offseason, and the way that they started. I mean, they weren't they the first to 50? They were one of the best teams. The first team in baseball to win 50 games.
Yep.
And now they've fallen off since June 13th. So it's not we're making it up. They also got better at the deadline. Did they do enough? I didn't think so, but they did get better at the deadline, and yet the performance has been worse. So I'm not, it's not hope. I'm still believing in the talent that they have and in the success that they had, you could say both Mets and Yankees, earlier in the year, to where as long as they get in, anything's possible. The difference is we know the Yankees are going to be in, maybe division winners, maybe not, but they'll be in. We do not know that with the Mets. They have messed around now so much for
so long.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing. I thought this was going to turn around 2 weeks ago, and that would have been bad.
Yeah.
You're talking about the last 20 days, still 3 weeks of just bad baseball. Even with the schedule softening, it just is not making sense, and they are now in real peril of missing a postseason.
They are. To what extent, I don't know. But I don't think that that's an irresponsible statement. That's not a hot take. I think Sal's right. The Mets are in peril of missing the postseason or the playoffs. So, and one thing we lean on with the Yankees, they've got a soft landing. When you look at September, you got the White Sox, the Orioles. I think it's 14 or 17 games against bad teams. Whereas the Mets, it's the opposite. This was kind of the flatter part of at least on paper, a bad Nationals team going back a week or two ago before the Braves got really red hot. A Braves team that's going nowhere. And all of a sudden, the Braves are red hot. You didn't take the series from the Nationals. You got the Phillies coming up as well. But I got to say one more thing for the Yankee game that really bothered me, that nobody has said so far. Because, and I'll include the Mets to an extent as well. We talk about bad baseball. Anybody with 2 eyes or just a sense of a rudimentary sense of baseball, 4 errors, stupid base running, those are the obvious things. You know what really probably bothered me more than anything last night in the Yankee game? Was they were up 3-2, bottom 5, bases loaded. Ryan McMahon was up.
Yeah.
Yankees were up 3-2. Yeah. And they had a chance to tack on and maybe blow that game away.
He's a strikeout machine, though.
I'm going to tell you why he's a strikeout machine, and I needed to see him more before I could really come to this conclusion. Hey, he looks like Nettles at third base. He's going to, I think, eventually pop a few home runs. I'm happy he's here, and he's fairly cheap at $16 million. He can't hit a good fastball. Ryan McMahon swings and misses. Austin Wells has that problem too, but I think it's more pronounced with him. You watch Ryan McMahon get up there, they challenge him right away. Let her high fastball, never catches up to it. Boom, strike one. Then he'll probably gas up again, maybe foul it back, and then start going soft and then maybe fast again. When he strikes out, I challenge any Yankee fan, go look at the film or whatever, not football, but the tape, the highlights of McMahon's strikeouts. Almost everyone's a fastball. He cannot hit a fastball. So that's a good fastball. I don't mean 92. I mean 98, 99, which is where most guys are. So that's a problem. And the Yankees over the years, Sal, they haven't done a good job of situationally hitting. And I thought last night was a chance to just send a message, throw a little jab at the chin of the Red Sox. Hey, we know what you've done to us so far. We're going to win tonight, 7-2, 8-2, 8-3, double, base hit. Now we're up 5-3, 6. Instead, strike out, meekly, go into the night, fall apart. Bad loss.
And a huge game tonight with Max Fried on the mound. It has to be a stopper against a team that has owned him and obviously fighting for a playoff spot in the American League East as well. 888-808-1019. 10 minutes of calls here. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Jimmy's calling from Warren County. What's up, Jimmy?
BT and Sal, what's going on, fellas?
How are you, Jimmy?
Jimmy, what's going on, bub?
I'm good. Feeling good on a Friday, fellas.
Yep.
Yo, BT.
Yes,
Number
sir.
one, I'm glad you're all right.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
am. I'm glad you're all right,
Thanks,
bro.
man.
That could have been something.
Yeah.
Number two, you got to look at the positives. You got going after that, bro.
That's right.
You came out strong.
I know.
You're like Happy Gilmore. You're like Happy Gilmore in a batting cage, bro.
That's
going
what,
after
that's
that.
what JJ said. It gave me a little kick in the behind. I was kind of languishing, not putting particularly well, not really striping the ball too well. That gave me a jolt, and kind of like Frankenstein popping off the operating table. I was ready to go play some golf.
Here's what I would say. We've dissected this everywhere. We've heard from the man himself with Mike. Bottom line is, at least from my point of view, after getting all the evidence, because I did not see this real time.
I'm sure you're going to slant this negatively toward me. Go ahead. This should be interesting.
You got in the way.
He keeps saying I got in the way. Yeah,
I think you got in the way.
I did get in the way. Now finish the sentence. I got in the way of Francesa's ball landing in the wilderness and him taking a drop and maybe getting an 8. So yes, I did get in the way.
But if you do the math, of the four of us, who hit the ball the straightest, most consistently?
Mike, no question about it. What are you always kissing his ass for? I can't say that he hit a bad shot before Sal's got to who hit the straightest shots? Who's the best golfer? Who's the most consistent? We know you love him. I like him too, and I get it. You don't have to always kiss his ass.
All I did was ask you an honest question. Of the four of us, it was a simple question.
Yep.
I didn't answer it. I asked the question.
Yes.
Of the four of us, who hit the ball straight the most consistently?
And my answer was Mike. I have a better question. There's no doubt it was Mike. Who hit the ball the least straight out of the four of us?
Me, 100%.
That's the question.
But I don't pretend to be good. Mike was ripping on me. You're ripping on me. I
didn't rip on you. Yes, I was trying to help you yesterday.
No, yes, I'm saying on the air.
Come on, this is all fair game. This is what we do. We rip on each other.
I would say that the driving situation, where as far as if we're going distance, which doesn't mean anything, I think my best drive would probably be better than
No, it wouldn't be.
Yes.
That's JJ. You want to bring Mike into it? I'll bring the guy that I rode the car with.
Yours was?
I said.
You get a couple of nice ones.
No, I said. I'm like, you piped a few.
Yeah. A few.
No question. I think you had 4 that were legitimately, and you hit a low one. I hit more of like when I hit it well, I hit it high. You hit like a low tracer, which is a good thing.
I don't even think I had really good ones.
You're going to get rolled. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I would say if you were to take, I mean, I can't prove this. If you were to take my best tee shot yesterday versus yours, I was further.
Maybe we'll ask JJ about that.
Listen, I don't know for sure that I'm right.
No, me neither, actually. I just felt that was the way.
Well, because
that is something I talked about before. I don't want to have a competition as far as it pertains to golf and the fan.
Yeah.
A driving competition would be different. That I might want to partake in.
Well, see,
I know it doesn't mean anything, but at least that's one area where I feel like I can.
You feel good about that?
No, not even good.
I'm honest. You hit a couple. I'm like, wow. And the truth of the matter is, like, Sal's mechanics are not so broken and wacky where he's unsalvageable or without salvation.
Right. I think I just got to play a little bit more.
You got to play more. Yeah. And the other thing...
I literally haven't played in a year, nor gone to the driving range. Like, what do you expect?
I don't expect much.
Yeah. Me neither.
Which was what we got.
That's exactly right.
Forget about the fact that I'm your partner. Let me give you... I'm a couple years older. Let me impart a little advice to you, okay? Yeah. Dad to dad, man to man, friend to friend. Not partner. Yeah. Those 3.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to enjoy being on the golf course more than you do. You're in a rush. That's the way your mind. You're always like quick and like, oh, we almost done. Like, To me, that I when you said that, I turned to JJ. We were walking back to the car, and I'm like, I wish we had 18 more. I want to play 30. Like I not that I didn't want to go home, but I really don't want to leave that course. You got to like kick your feet up a little bit and just relax.
My primary goal was to not lose the balls or hit Mike with the ball. Those are my two main.
Or rip up his course and embarrass him.
Well, that I wouldn't do. I know I'm not going to.
No, I mean, I took a practice swing. I took a massive divot. I actually felt bad.
Yeah, well, that I mean,
when I got the divot, I apologized.
All right, BT and Sal on the fan. Derek is calling from Staten Island. What's up, Derek?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Listen, I'm going to the game tonight.
Yep.
I've been listening to the station and calling the station from day one and following baseball a lot longer than that. Mm-hmm. I got to tell you, I was looking forward to this game last night because I wanted to see how the Yankees performed against the Red Sox. And my kids are all excited about tonight. I don't even want to go, by the way. And it's the same story. It doesn't stop. This team, I don't want to hear, well, if the Yankees get in, they could be dangerous and blah, 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 blah. We all know they have power. We all know they could beat up on bad teams. Mm-hmm. But this team doesn't play baseball. They don't hit in the clutch like Jazz striking out with the runner on third.
Yep. That was before McMahon. Yep.
All the walks the pitching staff's given up, all the errors. It's always the same nonsense with this team.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop you. Hold on. So if it's always the same nonsense, which I tend to agree, and so does Sal, because we've been saying it for years, what's the solution?
I'll tell you the solution. And you and Sal were joking around before.
Good.
And you were joking around the other day. But when you said, "Oh, BT knows more baseball than Brian Cashman," you're right.
That wasn't joking.
More baseball than Brian Cashman. Okay? The problem is Brian Cashman. He should have been gone 10 years ago. He didn't build a baseball team. And you want some more proof? Let me tell you something, BT. They don't want to trade Spencer Jones. They don't want to trade Jason Dominguez. Fine, that's great. You want to build around the young guys? Then let's see them play.
Yeah.
But neither one of them play.
Yeah. Well, you're seeing Dominguez play, and he can't cut it in the outfield.
Well, that's a good point, Sal.
The only pushback I would say, Derek, and neither of us really disagree with what you're saying, and thank you for the call. The only pushback I would say is they were in the World Series last year. So, and I'm telling you, as somebody who told you last year, and I was getting a lot of crap from it. Oh, you Yankee hater. I'm not a Yankee hater. I'm telling you how I feel about this. I was saying I don't think the Yankees are a good baseball team for all the reasons that a lot of people are saying now. I don't think they catch it well enough. I don't think they make contact well enough. Situation, all those different things. I was definitive. I don't believe they are a good baseball team. And yet they got to the World Series. So if I felt that last year, and I feel the same again this year, I can't sit here and say definitively I don't think they could get to the World Series because I think they're a baseball team when I said that a year ago and they still got to the World Series.
I get it.
That's it's just a fact of what happened.
You've been consistent with it. I get it. I mean, the fact of the reality at this point is, and you don't want to discredit a World Series appearance. That just seems beneath even the biggest hot take artist in the world. Yeah. They made the World Series, and the memories, I mean, were phenomenal. I mean, I enjoyed it. I was there. I went to when Volpe, I took my son when Volpe at the Grand Slam. It was amazing, especially that they played the Dodgers. Like, that was the first World Series I really remember watching. The 81 Yankees lost that as well, but 81. So there were a lot of snapshots. Obviously, the ridiculous clutch home run, Judge and Soto and Stanton. It was nuts, right? But that's the outlier since they last won a championship. And if Soto doesn't hit that home run, are they in the World Series? And then if the answer is probably no, and if the answer is no, then you're not able to say, but they were in the World Series last year. And they were. They literally were. So I'm not taking it away from them. Outlier so far.
I get it. If it were me, I would have made changes in 2021, meaning with Brian Cashman. So I certainly would consider that. They were in the World Series a year ago. Let's let the season finish here.
We are. But when you keep getting punked and slapped by the Red Sox, it just illuminates even more. Number one, it makes you more angry, and it does seem to highlight the issues with this team. Because think about that, Sal.
Run to the outfield, and he's done pretty well in the outfield. Granted, he hasn't really had to do a whole lot yet, but watching him warm up and run, he does it so gingerly. He doesn't throw line drives to warm up. He throws these overarching, I don't even know, like fly balls.
It's almost like a long toss more. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm afraid, and this puts a little bit more pressure and focal point on, if Judge can't come back, I mean, are we going to just ride Stanton in right field until wheels come off? I mean, going into the postseason, they're going to need him.
He's not even in there tonight, right? Didn't they say yesterday that he was only going to play right field last night and not again tonight? So I don't think they're going to ride him. I think that they're going to hope to get Judge back at some point.
Let me float something by John. Let me float something by both of you guys, and thanks for the call there, buddy. It's a good angle that's kind of being pushed to the side because there's other issues to deal with. Let's say, I'm not even going to say if Stanton gets hurt. I'm not even trying to put that out there. But let's just say it becomes clear, if it does, that Stanton is no longer viably defensively and Judge cannot come back, and you just don't like Stanton in right field. I don't think, Sal. I could be wrong. I don't think they go right back to, all right, well, Bellinger, you go to right, Grisham, you play center, and Dominguez, you go to left. I think they go Caballero in right field, despite what happened that Friday night game against the Marlins when he overran the ground ball.
Right, but would it matter? Because either way, you're then going to have one of those bats out of the lineup.
Well, no, I'm saying that Stanton could hit. But I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, I know.
You can't have both Judge and Stanton DH.
Yeah.
So one's got to be in right, one's got to DH.
But what if you can't? My whole thing is, what if you physically you just can't do it?
So then Stanton's a pinch hitter. Now, and then my point, well, then if you have to have a team where you can't have one of your best offensive weapons in the lineup, like, what are we doing here?
That's the one thing now you could say, well, they shouldn't have signed him for that, okay. But like that, I can at least exonerate the Yankees, like the roster construction and the moves, many of which are confounding. I can't really get on them because when they got Stanton, I was excited. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I could probably say, I didn't want him. I was pumped. And I was also still living in the previous iteration of baseball. Power, just bludgeon people to death. I hadn't yet fully transitioned, even though I am an all-around like baseball fan. But he's hurt, and his body betrayed him. So, if he's not physically able to do it, that's different than having just a horrendously built roster, which is my main complaint most of the time.
Understood. I didn't like the move to begin with. Only because I thought it was redundant with Judge, but whatever. We went down that road. By the way, there is something on Judge I want to get into when we come back. I know we got to take a break. We'll get more football in as well, and we'll stick with the golf stuff as well. Have some fun with that. 888-808-1019. Remind me, though, when we come back, I didn't get to talk about it as it pertains to Aaron Judge.
All right, little judgy stuff coming up. Hey, on Tuesday, August 26th, it's FanDuel's Futures Day coming up this Tuesday. A new holiday for football fans. 24 hours of deals on all your favorite football season predictions. So there's a lot to jump into. Maybe take a little flyer on the MVP race. Can Jaden Daniels take another step? And can he win the award in season number 2? What about C.J. Stroud bouncing back after a rough sophomore season? Maybe a healthy Dak Prescott gets going and he wins his first. Crown your champion in August. Maybe the Bills finally do it. Maybe the Eagles go a little back-to-back, or a long shot like Cincy or the Packers. Maybe they crack through. Parlay your division winner dark horses. Mark the calendars. This is your day for your hunches and your hot takes, your calls, your odds. Visit FanDuel in the app today and start planning your future bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. We love the app around here. It's safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid right away. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel Sportsbook, the official partner of us here at WFAN, 21 plus and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Baseball heartbreak, football glory. WFAN covers every win, loss, and headline from the Yankees, Mets, Jets, and Giants. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Step up to the plate with confidence with the Jeep brand's newest MVP, the all-electric Jeep Wagoneer S. Year after year, the Jeep brand has delivered game-changing technology and features to help keep you off the bench and on to your next adventure. By blending thoughtful luxury capability and advanced technology, the Jeep Wagoneer S is one key player that doesn't disappoint. Experience the brand new head-turning design and luxurious interior without sacrificing on the legendary performance you love. Excellent range capacity opens up the playing field, and with 4x4 capability, featuring select terrain driving modes, how you play the game is up to you. The interior cabinet Wagoneer S pays special attention to detail with high-quality luxury refinements and seamless connectivity that surrounds you in comfort, along with premium seating, ambient lighting, and over 170 standard safety and security features. And like most All-Stars, it can really motor, especially with standard 600 horsepower. It's rugged, plays aggressive, and isn't afraid to get dirty. And with the exciting offers and deals going on right now at your local Jeep brand dealer, it all adds up to Jeep Wagoneer S being a steal. So hurry in today and blast one out of the park. Jeep is a registered trademark.
You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday this season, all the way through the AFC Championship game. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay, and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, New York. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, Verizon's offering Fios home internet and one line of mobile for just $69.99. Yes, that's right, just $69.99 per month. Get unlimited welcome for $50 per month with autopay plus taxes and fees when you bring your phone. And add Fios for just $19.99 per month with autopay, mobile plus home discount, and bonus discount. Visit your tri-state area Verizon store today to get this limited time offer and switch to our 100% fiber optic network and reliable 5G network. Fios, for eligible new Fios internet and mobile customers. Fios $15 monthly bonus discount applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. $99 Fios setup charge applies. Bring your phone. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
We've got more sports talk coming up on The Fan.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Ready for your next getaway? With the Powerball jackpot at $700 million, adventure could be right around the corner. Grab your Powerball ticket today. Available at any New Jersey Lottery retailer.
In a world parched for excitement, one drink will emerge. Twisted Tea, the refreshing thrill ride of flavor. Recreating its classic role as the hard iced tea that goes down smooth. Twisted Tea doesn't just taste like real iced tea, it's made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol. Taste the adventure with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Stepping into the Kia K4 or K5 isn't just getting behind the wheel of any average sedan. It's stepping into what's next. With a K4, it's stepping into a world that's exciting. With a K5, it's one that's bold. The Kia K4 and K5, the next movement for sedans. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT and Sal back on the Fan. 888-808-1019 is the number to call. This is Bon Jovi, but it just reminded me of when we last left. So I did the show with you last on Tuesday, and that's going to pertain to my judge point in a second here. But
Tuesday,
we were talking about Billy Joel and Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
So I listened to a lot of Bruce on the way home that night, trying to I asked the phone to play Bruce hits.
Okay.
And while there were definitely at least, I'd say 4 or 5 that I was like, oh yeah, I like this song and I remember this song.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an unknown bias or just that I just flat out think Billy Joel's songs are better. Now, I'm not saying he's better overall, but his hits are certainly, at least to me, better songs than Bruce.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
All right,
yeah.
you could pick them up, whatever you want.
I'm just looking at them now. I just wanted to get the full database here.
Born to Run, is that one?
Born to Run,
yeah, I like
Thunder
that
Road.
One. Thunder Road didn't do it for me.
I like Thunder Road.
Okay.
I do. Glory Days, obviously. That's mainstream.
Yeah,
that's
I
very
like that.
mainstream, but a good song.
Okay.
Dancing in the Dark, a little
I like that
corny,
one too.
but good.
Okay.
What's one? Hungry Heart's pretty good. That's from 1980.
I also like that. Those are the ones that I liked. I was like, okay, these are good.
My Hometown is one of my favorite. That in Atlantic City, My Hometown.
Couldn't even get into those.
It's really. It's like how's it go? I know he's got his little boy. He props him up like he's driving through town, and it's basically how he sees his town through his eyes as an adult. And now his son is half driving the car with him. It's actually very.
I'm not debating the lyrics.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the music wise, I couldn't get past it. And then I'm thinking, man, Billy Joel's got at least 30 bangers that you put on, you could listen to over and over, even if they're corny, mainstream, whatever.
Yeah.
That was my anyway. So we also last did the show together Tuesday, and we had Aaron Boone on.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that interview with Boone, like a big deal.
It was a big story.
Was being made of, I don't want to say a throwaway comment about Aaron Judge, but what I perceive to be common sense. Like, obviously, it's obvious. Boone doesn't have to say it. Judge doesn't have to say it. We all know, in all likelihood, Judge is not going to be able to throw the way that he normally would. And when Boone says it, and that got picked up, and that became so big of a story, so much so the Judge had to respond to it, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And B, thought that it just wasn't a big deal. I don't know why that was the one thing that was made such a big deal. And B, that people would think that he's going to come back. By the way, where is Judge? Is he healthy or is he not? So, like, what do you want, Boone to lie about it? And Boone, by the way, is saying, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to ask me, I don't know. Because he doesn't know, because it's not his body, it's Judge's body, and clearly Judge not ready. All he said was that he might not be ready to, or he might not be able to throw. He wouldn't expect him to throw the way he normally does.
Full bore the rest of this year.
Okay, but that's like common sense.
Yeah.
He also said it's not a big deal. So here's my issue with it.
It is a big deal, though, because it prevents him from doing things that we want them to do. The DH spot, which we just talked about.
No, meaning that
with Stanton.
He's going to be out there.
Yep.
He's just not going to be able to throw full bore.
Mm-hmm.
But still, Judge not being 100% in right field is still better than Giancarlo Stanton, and you got to have both those guys in the lineup. But my issue is with Aaron Judge, the captain. You have a manager, right or wrong, love him or hate him, whatever it may be, that doesn't really matter here. It's definitive that he's gone bent over backwards multiple times, gone out of his way to protect his players since he's been here.
Yeah, to the point where it bothers a lot of people.
To the point where we know he's full of crap. Tell him this to his face, like, you're lying. Oh, Judgy, he's not in a slump. My good God, we're watching it. Like, Judge can't buy one right now. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But acknowledge that he's 0 for his last 27 or whatever it was earlier in the year.
I remember.
And Boone's protecting him. And that's just one example of many, many with this team. So then I have to hear Aaron Judge go out there and be sensitive to the tune of, I don't know why he said that. He hasn't seen me throw in the past 2 weeks. I'm pretty confident I'll get back to that. Like, that was a definitive blowback against Aaron Boone.
Mm-hmm.
He could have said, look, we don't know yet. I fully expect. I'm not sure if that was right. Whatever he wants to say. Yep. That was, to me, a clear public punchback of his manager. And I take issue with that from Aaron Judge, especially when you talk about a manager that's bent over backwards to protect his players.
I didn't like it. I thought he did him dirty. Honestly, I said that. You know, I
know you were here the next day. I was not. So
no, I got you. I didn't think it was a big controversy because I think, and I even texted you this. I'm like, when you see it in print and you're a superstar all-time outfielder saying, well, how would he know? He hasn't seen me throw. That doesn't look good for Boone. You're the manager, and you're commenting on somebody's arm and just the guy saying you haven't seen him throw. But what I said was, listen, whether it's analytics with roster building and lineup construction, there's also the medical data that's a full trainer thing. Now, maybe in 1978, if Reggie's arm was barking, maybe Billy Martin, if he's not too hungover, waddles over to right field and says, all right, how's your arm? Like, it's different. Now this is all tested and it's all backed up medically and all the stuff, strength tests, whatever it might be, imaging. So that's a team trainer doctor thing. I did not like that Aaron Judge said that. I don't think it was his intention to come across as like throwing that shot, because I think he's as good a person as you could be.
Yeah.
And he's also wants to mitigate controversy, so he wouldn't try to inflame something.
But he did.
I know he did, but I think that was unintentional is what I'm saying. What I think happened to Aaron Judge is and I respect this, even though it didn't come out the right way, it's a bunker mentality. That's his way of not allowing the distinct possibility of maybe his manager being right infiltrate his mind, which could get him off track from being back on the field.
But it does, to me, come across
well-intentioned, poorly executed.
Fair enough, but it does, and I don't think it's a big deal at all. I just needed to get that off my chest because I've been sitting on it for 2 days here, not having the show to discuss it. It does also come off to me as we like the power structure of the Yankees is Aaron Judge. So then Aaron Boone is undermined when you do that. And I don't like that. I know that's how a lot of sports are nowadays.
Especially hoops. Less in baseball.
You think Judge would be pulling that with a different manager that wasn't?
He might have. I don't know how he got along with Girardi.
Well,
you get some whispers
I doubt it
it wasn't great.
And maybe that's it. Now,
everybody talks about Sanchez with Girardi, but there was some stuff maybe with Judge.
Understood, but that maybe plays point to where it's not just about the manager-player relationship, front office.
Yeah.
They allow, by building it the way that they did, maybe Girardi, whatever, moving on from him, but they allow this to happen. Whereas, and I hate to even say the old days, but I think also current organizations, do you think Bruce Bochy would be talked to like that from Aaron Judge? Like, it just seems to be a lack of respect and a direct shot. And then to a nice guy who's been too nice. I could see if it were Buck Showalter and he's calling his players out and holding them accountable.
Yeah.
Then you have, whatever, an old school blowback,
push back a little
whatever.
bit.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think that this was warranted that at all.
Nah, Boone jumps through hoops to make sure his guys look good. Even when our eyes are telling us that they're not, they're in a funk. And it's baseball. It's okay to stumble. I would think and I would hope that if Aaron Judge had a chance to get that one back, he would.
BT and Sal on the Fan. Jordan's on Rhode Island. What's up, Jordan?
Hey, guys. How are you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to talk about last night and Boone not pinch hitting for either McMahon with the bases loaded or having Jazz getting pinch hit for when they had that runner on third. It was absolutely an indictment on him.
With who are you putting up? With who's hitting?
I would have put Rosario in to face the lefty or Caballero.
Okay. I'm just that nice. I want to make sure you have it buttoned up there because it's not against the ninth inning. Now you got to worry about 4 innings of defense.
You can't pinch hit. You're not pinch hitting for Jazz.
Those runs were coming at a premium last night.
Unfortunately, Jordan, you have to live with Jazz. He's an all-star second baseman. Like, the idea of pinch hitting for him, now you're just getting that to me is a little crazy. As far as McMahon is pertained, that was early in the game.
5th inning, bottom 5, Yanks up 3-2.
You're going to pinch hit from there? Like, is it a strict platoon then, lefty-righty?
No, it's not because he's too good defensively.
That's the point. He's your third baseman. Like,
I know. No, I don't agree with the caller there. I don't.
Like, that's... Now, I get on Mendoza for not pinch hitting for Luis Torrens the other night. This was Wednesday night, where the Mets already blew that game anyway, but they started coming back. Cedric Mullins didn't get the job done, so they fell a run short. Mm-hmm. But then in the 9th inning, they had a runner on. They had Torrens hitting, and I'm listening to the call. I was coming back from my mother's house, and they're like, all right, Torrens coming up here. I'm like, dude, you can't let Torrens hit. The game's on the line here.
Yeah.
Get him out of there. Get Mauricio up. You can't get him out of the batter's box. I know Alvarez is hurt. You cannot let Torrens hit there. And he did. And he gets out. Like, I don't want to hear about the hard hit ball that he had before. No, you can't let. That to me is a clear situation where you have your backup catcher, who's now the starter, with the game on the line, pinch hit with a better bat with more potential off the bench with Mauricio.
But didn't he do that earlier in the year? And Torrens delivered a double.
Yeah.
He delivered. It was definitely a single, maybe a double. He delivered for him.
He did in this
with
spot.
Torrens.
But in this spot, they needed more than just the base hit.
Yeah, it's a little different.
But also that to me is a different scenario than pinch hitting for McMahon or Jazz.
I would say this. I know we got a break, though. I got you. I would say this. So it was bottom 5, Yanks up 3-2, bases loaded, 1 out, Jazz whiffs, and a very incompetent at bat, just flailing for the fence. Even though he's been very good, bad at bat against the lefty, and then we know what happened with McMahon. Now, is there a fly in here?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Then let's say there's if that's the bottom of the 9th and the Yankees are down 3-2, I can promise you Rosario's hitting for McMahon in that spot.
Different story.
Agreed. But with 3-4 innings to go defensively, you're not going to pull him, nor should you. All right, BT and Sound on the Fan. 888-808-1019 is the number. Back to the calls here. Show is flying by. Hey, 4 distinct all-electric Cadillacs. Some driving for the performance, others for the range. And listen, not an easy hustle going from Jersey out to Long Island yesterday to meet Big Mike on the range at 8 o'clock in the morning. But I was in my Cadillac, so it was a lot easier sipping coffee, listening to the fan, getting some music there. You know, I love my Cadillac. You can make an entrance with a Cadillac. 3 different ways to turn every drive into an occasion. So, whatever the reason is, never been a better time to say, hey, let's take the Cadillac.
Yeah, the all-electric Cadillac family of vehicles, the Escalade IQ, the Vistic, the Optic, and the Lyric. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer today. The BT and Sal Show is presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Mets.
It's Boomer and Gio, mornings on the Fan, 101.9 FM.
Al and I had this idea about doing a FAN draft, and we've decided not to for those reasons.
Stupid idea. Let's do an FAN draft.
I think we should do the draft.
Yeah, why? Because I say it's a bad idea. You're just afraid you'd drop to the second round again. That's a good point, Eddie. Thank you.
Listen to Boomer and Gio on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Maggie Gray with an Odyssey Sports Minute sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Bill Belichick recently told the Boston Globe that college football is more cohesive than the NFL. Quote, no owner and no owner's son, end quote. A clear shot at how things ended in New England with the Crafts. But if Bill thinks Chapel Hill stays hands-off, he better win and fast. In college, it's the same story with new titles, boosters, admins, and whoever's cutting the checks. Lose a few games and the kitchen fills up just like it did in Foxborough. I'm Maggie Gray.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Bob's had the same car, Betty, since high school, and that was a while ago. Bob's dealt with wipers, slow starts, and a few warning lights. And every time, Bob went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped with free services and the right parts to keep Bob and Betty on the road. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Town Fair Tire, Connecticut's largest discount tire dealer. Because we give you the guaranteed lowest price and we honor every manufacturer's rebate. We even honor all our competitors' rebates. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. Lunch was great. Greenwich Village is a fun spot.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
More Mazda buyers choose Ramsey Mazda during the Mazda More to Move You sales event. Get 1.9% financing on a new 2025 Mazda CX-50. No payments for 90 days. Or lease for $239 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda.
Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN319033. MSRP $32,785. Zero security deposit. APR $1748 per $1,000 finance. Hence 9/2/25.
Get ready for more BT and Sal on the Fan.
Hey, baseball fans, go yard with BetMGM, the sportsbook that knows how to treat you right. It's an exciting time of the year for fans of America's pastime, and with BetMGM, you can be a part of every diving catch, every double play, every strikeout, and every home run from your favorite teams and players. From the first pitch to the game-winning fireworks, there are more ways than ever to supercharge your excitement. Download the BetMGM app, sign up, and get your piece of MLB action. BetMGM is an official partner of Major League Baseball. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal is kind of wild. You get a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, 6-piece hash browns, and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for $6. That's the main character meal energy you need this fall. Get it now in Dunkin' stores or order ahead on the Dunkin' app. No substitutions. Participation and times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Get ready, New York City. Bruce Dickinson, the iconic voice of Iron Maiden, is bringing the Mandrake Project to Brooklyn Paramount in downtown Brooklyn. This is your chance to experience a truly unforgettable night of music. Bruce Dickinson's Mandrake Project is happening September 10th. Don't miss out on this extraordinary event. Tickets are on sale now. Visit BrooklynParamount.com for tickets to witness the Mandrake Project live in Brooklyn this September. That's BrooklynParamount.com.
When it comes to trucks and SUVs, Long Island drives Arnold Chevrolet. Located in West Babylon, Arnold Chevrolet isn't just a dealership. It's a team that's been together for decades. The same friendly salespeople, the same trusted managers. That kind of loyalty is rare, and it shows in the way they treat you. With great service, unbeatable deals, and a huge selection of Silverados, Tahoes, Trailblazers, and so many more. Arnold Chevrolet, 670 Montauk Highway, West Babylon. ArnoldAutos.com. And remember, nobody discounts like Arnold.
Get the scuttlebutt on your favorite team, the Fan, on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
BT and Sal back on the Fan. 888-808-1019 is the number to call.
Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I just put a poll up. I really don't put many polls up. I just put it up, Billy or Bruce. Very simple. Very curious where this goes.
And? What are the early results?
Let me check. Let's see. It was early Billy, but I'm also thinking that there weren't a lot of votes. Hold on. There are a couple of hundred votes. Billy, 67.2% leading away. 66%. Yeah. That's going to be tight.
Don't you think a lot of people are biased about it? I'm at least trying to admit my open bias that I am a Billy fan, but I did give a unbiased, all right, let me listen to Bruce, because I admitted I don't listen to a lot of Bruce. So I wanted to hear the hits, and then I was like, oh, yeah, I like this song, like this song.
I knew that would happen. I said that to you. I knew that there were songs that you didn't.
But there were 4 or 5 that I would put on par with, all right, 4 or 5 from Billy. Yeah. And then, the other ones just weren't.
I get it. It's a different kind of presentation for sure. It's a different depth. I would think that it's not a bias. It's just, if you're a Bruce guy or gal, you've been a Bruce guy or a Bruce gal for decades.
Right.
So did you not allow your mind to open up to Billy?
I tried.
Or is it that you're so committed to Bruce, you can still appreciate Billy, you just don't think Billy's as good? Is it bias or is it just personal preference? I don't know, maybe a little bit of everything.
Right.
Because there's probably about, I'd say 12 to 13 Bruce songs that I like. But to me, Billy's the man.
I'm going to try to do it with different artists along the way and be like, okay, well, I didn't like this particular artist, but let me open my mind to it. Like, I could do that with Taylor Swift, whatever it may be. All right. Before we get back to the phones here, 888-808-1019, we'll talk Mets, Yanks, whatever it is that's on your mind. We have another witness that wanted to chime in on the topic.
You got JJ?
John Jastrzemski joins us on the line right now. JJ, your partner from yesterday, wanted to chime in. He was listening back a little bit. JJ, let's get your account on what happened where you and BT were chatting away on the 6th green.
Well, fellas, I had to chime in on this. I've gotten a lot of texts over the last hour or so about our round, which was epic, which I'm going to be talking about forever.
It's awesome.
Apparently, BT, we never shut up, which is true.
I know.
It is true. Like when I play golf or when I'm with Sal at Baseball Night in New York or whatever the hell I'm doing, I don't decide to be quiet. I like to chat. It's more fun. It's more entertaining.
Yep.
I have to admit, I'm still stunned by what happened with BT getting drilled in the chest. And for what it's worth, Sal, if that was me, I would have been out of commission for the entirety of the round.
Well, you are frail. BT's got a little more meat on him. We understand that. So did you see the ball off the club from Mike where you were at with the green?
No, but I saw the ball in flight. Like, I wasn't watching Mike. To Mike's point, he was like 70, 80 yards away. Yeah. Blind bunker shot.
Tough shot.
All of a sudden, I see a ball whizzing by, and it was boom. BT basically took it like Happy Gilmore in the chest. You know, like when he goes to the batting cages and he's taking the baseballs off his chest? That was BT.
I don't think that anybody could, even though you just described it, can really get an appreciation for how hard that thing hit me. Honestly.
Well, except JJ, maybe. This is why you're...
No, it smoked you. Oh, no, it smoked you. Because as soon as it hit your chest, it was like, holy smoke.
So let me ask you something. Why were you two guys standing there talking anyway?
When Mike was about to shoot? Sal, we're on the green.
Yeah,
we're on the green. First of all, Mike's in a blind shot. He's out of the stand. So you're thinking, all right, he's going to dig up a ton of sand.
He was not in the trap.
Here we go.
It was not in the trap. It was behind the trap.
He told us several times that line it was wet.
But he's been chipping well, so you figure, all right, he's going to chip it on, boom, 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 and we go about our merry way.
Yep.
Also, he was blind, so you didn't see him. I think that's part of the problem. Like, anytime I was in a trap, now I actually played great out of the traps yesterday, which is a miracle, which I normally never do.
Yeah.
Never. Every time I hit a sand shot, I was like, and this is before BT got hit, I was like, guys, heads up, because I didn't want to drill anybody.
Yes.
And I think to Mike's reaction, I just think he was stunned that he hit you. And if he hit you, he probably was like, I hit him.
He said he was unaware.
I don't think he saw me get hit, Jay. He was down. I think his view was obscured. Now, here, and I say the same thing. If I'm in a greenside bunker, not a fairway bunker, but a greenside, and I said it yesterday, guys, heads up. I don't know where this is going. Like, I can rifle, I miss-hit it. Yeah. Probably more percentage that I miss-hit than I hit it flush and get sand and pop it on. So when you're around the green, I don't want anybody like in behind the pin, move to the side, heads up, pay attention. I try to give the warnings. I have Mike's back. He really didn't need to warn me because he couldn't see me. It's nobody's fault.
Maybe it's Willie. Maybe we should get on Willie for this.
No, Willie was the best caddy I've ever had in my life, and I want to bring him everywhere I play golf now because I'm never going to putt like that, and I'm never going to hit the right club ever again. For the 20-mile-an-hour winds, I didn't even think about what the normal yardage would be. I'd just be like, hey, Willie, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
how great was
Willie.
he?
So no, we do not time Willie out, Sal.
No. I'm just trying to think of, I'm not blaming Mike for it, and if I'm not blaming Willie, at least one of you two.
I think it was a free thing, but I do want to defend my court partner here. If that ended up being a couple inches higher, it would have definitely had a different feel for the rest of the round.
I may have died. Honestly, I may have been killed on the green.
Now, you are his partner on golf yesterday. I am his radio partner. Which one of us would have had to leave the round and go with him to the hospital?
Oh, that's a good question.
Neither.
I think it would have been me, to be honest with you.
No, see, here's how
Mike
I am.
would have finished the round.
No way.
If God forbid if I had 5 teeth left, I'm not finishing anything. There's not even food at that point. But no, I would have, if it would have struck me, I think I'm getting airlifted, and I think I'm just on my own. You finish your round because you started striping the ball. You know, Sal would have come with me because he just wanted the round to end at that point.
I would have done whatever Mike said. Mike said, all right, we got to go. And then I would have
won. I tell you, man. I know Willie was cleaning his clubs. Did you clean his clubs in between shots, too? Good God. Get off his... with the jock hanging with this guy.
What was your score, JJ, officially yesterday?
He played well.
It was a 92. Let me tell you something. It was my best round of the year. So maybe you guys just got to come around with me all the time.
Yeah.
You, Willie, Mike. I don't think I'm going to get Mike to Silver Lake. I mean, good luck with that. But you know what I mean? Like, we were in the zone. BT was right. Like, that back nine, we had the music blasting. We were churning.
Yeah.
And the convo was flowing, Sal. I mean, the two of us, we were nonstop for 4 hours.
It was a great day. We loved it. Hopefully Mike invites us again next year so we can do the same. Before we let you go, Billy or Bruce?
Oh, I don't have two children. That's like picking a favorite child.
Gotta
I
pick
love
one.
both of them. I know I'm giving you a very cop-out, lame answer, but I love both because the doctor, if you're making me choose, I'll say Billy by a smidge. By a smidge.
Well, it's funny because I thought you were going to say Billy right away because you and I talked about the doc, and then we got into all of Billy's music, and he told me your dad used to play Billy and the Stones. So
Was that
I'm thinking
before
it
or
was
after you got hit?
Before.
See, this is what I mean. You guys are talking it up here. Mike and I are trying to focus on the round.
We're not antisocial. Why you want us to
Sal,
apologize for talking?
Dude, you're on the course for 4 hours. There's only so much golf you could do.
Oh, my God.
You guys had the beer and the music going.
That's
like, what
right,
kind of place
we did.
is this?
We had a blast. I don't know about you and Mike. Me and JJ had a great time. Dude, it was a blast. I love playing with you, man. You're a fun partner. We're going to do it again.
I love it. Boys, I just had to set the record straight. I got my car partners back, but Mike didn't see. I think if Mike had saw, his reaction might have been a little different.
I agree with
That's
that.
all.
I absolve Mike, and I appreciate you getting my back because we all know Sal never will. So
Thanks.
we got that. Thank
Boy,
you, JJ.
maybe Max Free will pitch well today. Go on.
Oh, boy, I'm hoping. You know, I tell you. See, he's
What
like
a
me.
bunch of bullies. My God.
Tony
What a
Yanks?
bunch of
Oh,
bullies.
dude, just, I mean, that last night was gross. We got a break here. Otherwise, we'd start railing on the Yankees.
All right, I'm out of here.
We'll talk
Thank
to you,
you,
buddy.
JJ.
Thank you, JJ. See, there are, I get it. There are two types of people in the world. There are those who don't shut up, like me.
Yeah.
And then there are those who, like every word, they throw them around in a much more economical manner. I like to talk. I said this once, like when it's too quiet, I almost get a little uncomfortable. I do. I enjoy. Now, if the conversation is flowing, like it was yesterday with me and JJ, and I knew it would be. That is just 4 hours seems like 4 minutes. But I don't know how else to play golf because I did play golf when I started playing, and when I thought I should be better than I am or I was, and I'd get mad and I'd be a sourpuss. And I'd go hide my own sad sack golf world and make it miserable on my best friends. I'm not playing well, so everybody else has to be miserable. Good shot, bad shot, indifferent shot. I'm talking. I'm sipping that Modelo. I'm listening to the tunes, and we're having fun.
I respect it.
That's
Fair enough.
That's the only way I know how to play at this point.
I understand that. I just hope you learn your lesson. The next time, maybe you shouldn't be chatting it up so much when there are blind shots taking place. When you're sitting there on the green. All right, BT and Sal, the fan.
We got to get Willie on the phone. Honestly, dude,
I would love to.
Get text Mike and get Willie.
You crazy? I'm not texting Mike. We already had Mike on before. Oh,
Text
dude,
Mike and get Willie's number.
I'll tell you. I told you this before. I was dying. Willie and I were. He was telling me the story.
Wait, back when I got hit?
Because he was saying it with such a smile on his face, like, oh yeah, a couple inches higher, we would have been in trouble.
Yeah, the chopper's coming in. Like MASH to save me.
808-808-1019 is the number to call. BT and Sal on the fan.
New York sports is more than a game. It's a lifestyle. WFAN is the only place where Yankees, Mets, Giants, and Jets fans come together and sound off.
I like Soto. I mean, I like his attitude.
The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable, it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Where your journey ends? Well, that's up to you. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound, that's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint project, saving is at the top of your list. That's why when you shop today, you can buy one, get one free. Select Valspar and HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams. One coat coverage interior paints via rebate. Shop these deals in-store or online today at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 8/21 through 9/3.
This summer, stay cool and hydrated with the official water of Major League Baseball, Primo Brands. With Primo Brands water delivery, you get premium hydration from trusted names like Poland Spring, Pure Life, and Saratoga, delivered right to your door. Stock up for game day and stay refreshed, sparkling still or flavored. Whether you need a few cases or a few 5-gallon bottles, Water.com has you covered. The best part, you call the shots. Primo's water delivery is flexible to fit your schedule. Step up to the plate and hydrate like a pro with Primo Brands water delivery. Visit Water.com today to get started with great offers. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Hey, healthcare workers of New York, are you looking to make a difference? Saints Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is actively hiring nurses and CNAs. Call 718-714-4800. That's 718-714-4800.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Some things are hard to commit to, like learning how to surf or saving for a family vacation. But one commitment that's easy, switching to Fios Home Internet with a 5-year price lock guarantee. That means 5 great summers of fast, reliable internet at the same low price. All with the Fios 1 gig internet plan. Plus no hidden fees or equipment charges. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today. Price guarantee applies to base monthly rate only for new and existing My Home customers.
Make every mile unforgettable in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Their expert team will help you find the perfect fit with flexible lease and finance options that make driving luxury easier than ever. Mercedes-Benz of Edison, your destination for luxury driving.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
WFAN Sports Flash.
Good afternoon at 101. I'm Chris Lepresti. This sport is sponsored by Primo Brands, the official water sponsor of MLB, Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. Also sponsored by Saints Joachim and Ann Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. Back to the drawing board for the Yankees after an ugly series opening loss to the Red Sox Thursday. Their pitchers issued 9 walks. Fielders committed 4 errors, including one by Jazz Chisholm, who said of the ballgame,
definitely gave them spots to win, and I felt like tonight was one of them nights that we beat ourselves. And just like Belly said in the past, sometimes you just got to look in the mirror and just, hey, you beat yourself tonight. Tomorrow come out better and focus more.
Now just a half game clear of Boston in the AL East and the American League wildcard standings. They try again tonight with Max Fried headed to the mound, opposed by Brian Bayo with pregame coverage at 6:25 here on the Fan, as well as the free Odyssey app. The Mets, off their series loss to the Nationals down in D.C., continued their road trip with a weekend series against the Braves. You got the second big league start for Nolan McLean tonight. Joey Wentz starts for Atlanta, first pitch 7:15 on Odyssey Mets Radio. The Giants wrapped up a 3-0 preseason with a blowout home win over the Patriots Thursday. This evening, the Jets will play their preseason finale. They are at home against the Eagles with kickoff at 7:30. Golf, second round action of the Tour Championship from Eastlake. And moments ago, it was a 3-way tie at 10 under par, including Cameron Young, who was 7 under on his round today through 16 holes. Fan weather sponsored by Ray Cattina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison. We got 78 degrees, sunny skies in Central Park. And with sports flashes at the top of the hour, I'm Chris Lepresti.
Catch all the play-by-play with Susan Waldman and Dave Sims. The home of Yankees radio. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
888-919 is the number to call. We got a special show coming up next week. Looking forward to doing that. You and I together from the Salt Shack.
Out Long Island.
It's not a public event, a private thing, but either way, we're going to be doing the show out there. I was thinking that because I'm going to be off next week. I know you'll probably take a couple of days as well, and that's like the last week that everybody enjoys off before, hey, that's it, man. Ready to go after Labor Day, here every single day. Excited about the baseball and the push for the postseason for both Mets and Yankees, and obviously the start of the football season. Hard to believe that the football season about to start. It is so early, right? It's that September 4th, that Thursday night.
It's early. I mean, think about this. It's what, September 1 or September 2 is Labor Day, so kids back to school early, football starts early, everything early.
Right, so basically less than 2 weeks away, right?
Oh, yeah, this is the last Friday where you and I will be together before it counts.
And then the football Fridays,
that's what I'm saying.
Parlay and all
we
that
got to
stuff.
get picks going here and get Hoff involved in that and try to win some scratch and get on the heater out of the shoe fast, and football season's here.
Yeah, I only got this week on vacation. I got to do all my football prep. I got to read those magazines that I bought. Don't want those to go to waste.
Yeah.
The BT and Sal Show on the Fan is presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the New York Mets. Speaking of the Mets, Jeff is in Oceanside. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. How you doing today?
All right, Jeff, what's going on, buddy?
You know, I've told you guys before, big Mets fan. I think they're done, and I think Mendy's done an awful job. You mentioned a little bit before, Sal, about Torrens hitting the other night. He can't hit, and if he does hit, when he's up 2-0 on the count, he needs a take sign. You can't swing when you have two balls. That was ridiculous.
Look, here's the thing, Jeff. He's the backup catcher. I like Torrens. I like him as a backup catcher. No, I'm with you. He should not be hitting in that spot. I have not picked on... You good.
I'm saying, but once he is hitting, you need to train him or coach him. He has two balls. Why is he swinging? He should take two strikes at that point. Once he's up and he's up 2-0 in the count, he can't swing. And then yesterday, why is Stanek in that game? That's still a game. They're only down 2 runs.
Because
Stanek's been awful all year.
Because you're down, and thank you for the call, Jeff. Good stuff with the Mets. Look, I understand it. You never want to see Stanek in the game. Neither do I. But in a game where you're down, you can't use your highest leverage guys. You just can't do it. You can't burn them in a game where you're down, hoping that they come through when you know you're going to need them, and hope to use them in a game where you actually have a freaking lead. So Stanek shouldn't be on the roster. I told you what I would do weeks ago. I would have moved Clay Holmes to the bullpen, called up Sproat and McClain. This is before they called him McClain, and Tong, and put Tong in the bullpen as well. Oh, what are you going to do with the roster spots? You think I worry about Frankie Montas or Ryan Stanek or Reed Garrett? See you later. Get him out of here. The Mets have not prioritized winning enough. At the deadline, they were worried about, they wanted the fine line, like everybody else. The Yankees did the same thing, but we're talking about the Mets here. Oh, well, we don't want to give up too much to get the better player, so we'll give up less and not give up anything. Like, that's the number one thing. Oh, the Mets got the most return without giving up anything. What do I care what I'm giving up? I care about what I'm getting back. Did you see the Phillies worry about what they gave up? Number 3 prospect in baseball, their system, whatever it was. Yep. And they got a lights-out best closer in the game. How would that guy, Durant, have looked in a Mets uniform paired with Edwin Diaz? You wouldn't be talking about Helsley. Maybe the Mets have a couple more wins here. Maybe the division would be more realistic. So they've tried to do that. And then, on top of that they didn't go on the deadline, then they wait to call these guys up, if ever. We don't know if Sproat's coming up. McClain was called up, but maybe too little too late. Tong's not probably coming up. So then you got to live with guys like Ryan Stanek and Reed Garrett getting these innings. I wouldn't do it, but that's what they're doing.
All right. Let's focus on the next 3 here, because in large part, this is going to determine everything. What's happening with the Braves here? What are you guys going to do?
I mean, it's impossible for me to say they're going to sweep the Braves, but I thought they were going to win 6 in a row. They lost 2 out of these 3 to the Nationals. So they're better than the Braves. I know the Braves have been playing better. What is it exactly?
I think they won 15 of 18.
Is that right?
Yes, they've been red hot. Atlanta has played great.
Yeah. So, I mean,
the Mets are,
you want me to be realistic or pessimistic?
I want you to tell me what you feel. Like, to me,
I don't know anymore, dude.
I think the Yankees will split with the Red Sox.
Win the next 2 out of 3.
2-2. And I think the Mets will lose 2 out of 3. And by the way, I'm not even convinced the Yankees get 2. But I think both teams are still going to stumble a little bit.
The Mets can't lose 2 out of 3. If they lose 2 out of 3 to the Braves, they're not making the playoffs. That's what I would say.
I see the pitching matchups here for all of them.
The Mets, to me, if they don't sweep, it's not good enough. They need to sweep Atlanta.
You got favorable matchups. I mean, you're going to see Elder again.
Yeah.
Can you hit Elder? He is
But that's not the problem. They could get out to a 3-4-0 lead. The starter's going to blow it.
But Peterson's starting that game. That's a distinct advantage. Peterson versus Elder, I mean, I'll take that all day.
And then the other thing with the Mets that drives me nuts, and maybe this is the biggest issue, they get down in the game like they had the other night. They came back, get it to within 6-5 or whatever it was, 5-4, so they're within a run. Bases loaded. Mullins can't get the job done. Shocker, Cedric Mullins. We shocked that Cedric Mullins can't get the job done because you don't want to give up Vientos or Beatty for Luis Robert? So you settled for Cedric Mullins, who's been a zero here? I like him. Seems like a nice player. He was not a needle mover. They needed somebody who could give you some kind of impact. Anyway, Mullins can't get the job done. And then the rest of the game, they go down feebly. They did the same thing yesterday against the Nats bullpen, which is the worst in the game. I don't want to hear it. Lefty.
It is the worst. You got to that's important. It's the worst. They score no runs off
the worst in the game. Oh, lefties. The Mets can't. Hey, are you a good team or not?
Yeah.
Look at how much money you spend. You can't hit lefties. You can't score a run against a crappy team. So to me, that shows a lack of fight within each individual with the Mets. And they're playing like individuals, not like a team. And that is just, there are many issues here. But if you're going to still believe in the talent, I think they're better than the Braves. But the Braves have owned them. I don't know what to think anymore.
I get it. I can see why you're going in circles a little bit here. I feel like, I would base I am basing my opinion that the Mets will lose 2 out of 3 and hope they don't. But the Braves are playing really well. The Mets are not. I start with that. If it was kind of flipped and the Braves were still floundering and the Mets were red hot, I do like the Peterson-Elder matchup. I want to see McClain. On the road. Mets have been rough
McClain,
on McClain. If you get that first one, then I think you really. If you guys win tonight, then I think you win 2 out of 3.
Dude, I think they got to win 2 out of 3 here. I mean, come on. Come on now.
But you didn't win 2 out of 3 against the Nationals.
I'm telling you this now. If they lose 2 out of 3 to the Braves,
they might.
I know it's Atlanta. I know the Braves are hot. This is, to me, I've pushed this patience stuff as long as I've could here. This is the end of the road. Philly is up Monday.
Yeah.
If the Mets minimum, I'm telling you now, take you 2 out of 3 and shove it. I want to sweep. If they minimum don't take 2 out of 3, I think they're done. And I mean, forget division. I'm talking about postseason done.
I mean, I appreciate that, and I know why you'd feel that. But then, not that Miami was easy against the Yankees, but then after the 3 in Atlanta, 3 with Philly, got 4 against Miami. So let's say the Mets go 2-4 in the next 6, or even 1-5, which would be unfathomable. That's unacceptable. I mean, 2-4 is unacceptable where you are. But let's say you go 2-4. And everybody's up in arms, and you lose ground to the Phillies, and Atlanta smacks you around, and that bothers you. I mean, if you sweep 4 against Miami, or even if you win 3 or 4, the juice is back a little. I'm not even saying that it should be, but that's the reality of what remains for both of these teams. There's going to be a lot of different days where we feel very different about these baseball teams.
Understood. They won 7 in a row not too long ago. But when I was saying that, when everybody was starting to panic about the Mets, and I'm like, calm down. They just won 7 in a row a couple weeks ago. It's a little bad patch right now. It'll get better. It has not gotten better. As a matter of fact, it's gotten worse in a lot of ways. And I just don't understand it because it doesn't add up. Getting swept by the Padres, okay, one thing. Losing 2 out of 3 to the Giants, not good. Swept by the Guardians, awful. Getting swept by the Brewers, not good. That's, to me, now where we get to, okay, I'm putting all that behind us. You could excuse a bad stretch. Some good teams, bad teams, whatever. You cannot excuse what has happened since that sweep with the Brewers, where they lost 2 out of 3 to the crappy Braves. They beat the Mariners 2 out of 3, but then again lost 2 out of 3 to the Nationals. These 12, those are the games I was talking about. I circled that with you. It was 12 games. Right? I was talking about 9-3.
I remember
8-4 at worst.
Yeah.
Dude, so far they are 4-5. 4-5 right now.
Yeah.
With 3 against the Braves. 4-5 in that. That means at best they could go 8-5.
9. It would be 7.
7. Excuse me.
7 wins.
At best they could go 7-5.
At best.
So it's already where I wanted 9-3. I take 8-4. It's already, if they sweep, worse than what it needed to be.
And not worse by 1 game, worse by 2. And that's if they sweep Atlanta, which I don't think anybody thinks that they're going to. All right. So you just said before that you said you don't understand. But you do. You actually do. And I think you have to really, all of us, just boil it down and dumb it down to one of the most basic concepts in baseball. If your starting pitching doesn't give you a chance to win, you ain't going to win. Yeah. So you really do understand. It's not like it's, my God, I mean, what's happening? It's very easy to identify. It's 3 1/3 here. It's 3 2/3 there. It's 4 clean. And then Minaya implodes. Yeah. Same with Senga. It's simple to process what's going on.
It's the starting pitching. You're right. I mean, that's got to be it. We could talk about the offense and the inconsistencies. Now, you could lose games. Like, to me, Senga, the night that they came back and almost won that game, it's easy to say, how can you not pinch hit for Trends? How can you not tack on them? But ultimately, Senga was the problem. You can't give up 5 runs to the Nationals out of the gate. You just can't do that. So, you're right. Even last night, same thing. They gave him an eye lead. You got to be able to get... At the very least, the formula should be leave the 5th or 6th inning with the game within a run either way. Either up, tied, or down a run. Like, you take that. And the Mets just can't do that with these guys.
They're not doing it.
If it is close, it's because they're leaving in the 3rd or 4th inning, which is just not good enough. BT and Sal on the Fan, 888-808-1019. Rocco's in Connecticut. What's up, Rocco?
Hey.
Well,
nice to hear from you. Thanks for taking my call.
You got it.
I think BT needs a golf etiquette book.
Okay.
He shouldn't be walking ahead of the group he's playing with. Shouldn't be walking ahead of him for that reason.
Well, so Rocco, let me ask you a question. Do you play golf?
Sure. I play golf.
Okay, it doesn't matter if you shoot 100 or 70, but you understand the etiquette. Okay. So, but I just want to provide a little clarity, a little visualization as to where everybody was. Now, I hit my approach shot on the green, okay? I was, my drive, whatever, was on the right side, so I was kind of playing down the right side. Mike was playing down the left side. Mike's approach shot went in this deep bunker, very tough shot, as we said. So Mike's on the left side, I'm on the right side. I didn't chip on the green. My approach shot was on the green, so... Am I supposed to go behind and basically be up Mike's ass as he's in a bunker, or am I okay to, go and mark my ball, which is also a part of golf etiquette, which I did do because I didn't want it to be in Mike's way. So I was actually marking the ball, putting it in my pocket, taking off my glove, getting my putter from the caddy, and getting way out of the target line of Mike's shot. Again, it was a very tough lie. It was wet. I know it was a deep bunker. Tough shot for Mike. Tough shot for a good golfer. I didn't do anything wrong. Now, I was unlucky.
Well, you were talking with JJ, and thank you for the call, Rocco. You were talking with JJ, and you were standing on the green.
But way to the right.
In a blind spot situation.
Yes, but again, how did I describe it to start the show? So, guys, just look at a clock from 1940. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Sal is literally at 9 o'clock because he ran to get his errand shot. Because he does play with great pace. So, forget about Sal for a second. He's 9, he's gone. Mike is at about...
It's a good way to put it, because
you know what I mean?
Right.
This is the best visual.
Yeah.
Mike is about 540, not quite 6.
Right.
He's about 540, so he's a little closer. He's moving in the direction of 9, but obviously right near 6. I'm at 3. The pin.
I think you were more.
Stop. You didn't even
more
see
like
where I was.
1 or 2.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
The pin was not really at noon. The pin was more 10:30. So. If it was 12 and I was at 3, that's ample room.
No, but you heard what Mike was saying. He was trying to go to the right side of the green.
How the hell do I know what he's trying to do?
No, well,
he should have said, "Hey guys, I'm going to go.
You gotta get
just
out
give
of
me
the
a
way.
little space, guys. I'm coming up to the right. Heads up."
He was trying to lay it up on the right.
Again, you defend him blindly. I'll tell you, man, oh man, this guy. I mean, dude. I mean, we got to get you some chapstick kissing that ass.
Joe is in the Bronx. What's up, Joe?
God.
Hey, BT and Sal.
Hey, Joe.
Thanks for taking the call.
Yep.
So, I was at the Yankee game last night, and between all the walks, between the errors, and the overall slow pace of the game, the only good thing was the freaking bobblehead.
That game was a brutal baseball game. You're not kidding. Now, did you get the bobblehead? You throw it up on eBay yet? How much is it worth?
I did. I got it, and my wife got one too. Our friends got them. They're like between $150 and $200.
That's it, Joe. Can I ask you a question? Hold on, Joe.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question, Joe.
It's crazy.
So I've got a lot of sports memorabilia, whatever. I myself don't understand the fascination with the bobbleheads at all. I know Beningo loves the gnomes, and I know Sal, you're into the bobbleheads, and I think you've got
used to be more, but
more. Okay, but what is so appealing about a bobblehead versus another article from a sports whatever? I don't get it.
Honestly, I think a lot of people nowadays are just going to get them to sell them, to resell them.
Dude, they're $150, and thanks for the call, Joe. Appreciate you checking in. Twofold. Number one, the biggest deal was made. Like, it was such
That's true. That's a good point by Doe. I'm sorry. He just said, yeah, but there's people who are buying them, so they want them. Either way, there's demand from people who want. Doe, don't speak much. Money.
In this particular case, it's because of the Seinfeld thing. So obviously there are a ton of Seinfeld fans. It was a cool Seinfeld,
a very cool
bobblehead
connection.
Yeah, so it's unique. Like if you're just saying, take a Derek Jeter bobblehead versus a Derek Jeter something else.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know. There was a point where I liked collecting the stadium giveaway bobbleheads. I don't care about it anymore. Although I will say that they gave away a Juan Soto one that I love.
Did it say 247 inscribed at the base?
He's doing the shuffle, so I may have to go.
He's doing the shuffle.
May have to go buy that one on eBay.
That's cool.
But dude, it's not worth the lines at the ballpark.
No way.
If I do want one, I'll go buy it on eBay. The lines were out of control last night. People are insane to get these damn bobbleheads. But back to the
Loogie was saying at around when we were coming back from playing golf with Mike. Loogie was saying that at what time was this? So we teed off at 8, 9, 10, 12. We ate until about 2:33. So this is probably around 3:15. Loogie was saying there was already a couple thousand people outside of Yankee Stadium at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's insane.
You couldn't pay me.
Yeah.
I don't care if there was gold inside of the bobblehead. I'm just not interested.
I used to do it. I know the feeling. It's a thing that I had to get over, and because the mind of a collector and
really?
Dude.
How many did you? I've seen the back on TV. You used to have a bunch.
Yeah, I still have I try to either get rid of some of them or whatever. Yeah. So I still have some, but used to be just I need this, and I would go to the ballpark early and whatever.
Oh, man.
I can't. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. I'd rather just go buy it, even with the Soto thing. But as for the actual game last night, it had, to me, I was excited. We talked about this with Mike. I was like, this is a huge game tonight. This is a big game. We were excited to watch the Yankees-Red Sox. Mm-hmm. And then I did get the postseason feel, not only with the weather yesterday, it was on Fox, whether you like it or not.
I didn't like it.
Okay, playoffs, fair enough. Playoffs, small time. You think it's a big game, these guys. Even Joe Davis, dude.
Wake up, guys.
Where's the energy? Jesus. Broadcasters here. It's like your librarians.
I know.
And their level of energy matched the quality of play on the field, because that's what I was going to get to. The play sucked. I'm into it. By the sixth inning, I'm like, Jesus, this game is god-awful. Nobody could catch the ball. Nobody could throw a strike. Good God, it was brutal baseball. These are two of the best that the American League has to offer, but that's the way the sport is right now. I can't. The pace of that game, the quality of play was just awful last night.
Listen, a couple of home runs. I get you Ben Rice juice and 20 home runs for Ben Rice. That is amazing. Although he airmailed one from behind the plate on a throw at second. The best part of for me was when Jazz stole second, popped right up, errant throw, got to third base. I'm like, okay, this is going to play in October. He's been running a lot more. But no, you're not wrong. The game was a slop fest. The one other thing on bobbleheads, and the Yankees, as we complain about a lot of the things they do from a baseball perspective, anybody with any business acumen or sensibility knows the Yankees crush it in terms of business. They're amazing. But to me, it's bad business to have that kind of cool Costanza Seinfeld against the Red Sox. Do that against the Twins.
Yeah.
Where you incentivize 10, 15,000 more people to come.
It was a Thursday night,
anyway.
In defense.
Sold out anyway. It's the Red Sox.
I get it, but it was a Thursday night. Are they going to sell out a Thursday? And
they would. They average 41,000 people a night.
It just so happened, if you and I had this conversation, and we did in June, you were like, I'm not into it. The rivalry is not what it once was anymore.
I agree with that.
So if you pass it, it's bigger. This was a bigger series than maybe most anticipated. All right, BT and Sal on the fan. You have a note you got to get to here?
I don't have a read, though. I do.
No.
Good.
I
just
thought you had a note or something you were looking at you wanted to get to.
I was trying to. I couldn't really focus. I had my glasses. I couldn't read it. I didn't know if I had something.
888-808-1019 is the number to call. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka. You know I love it. We'll be serving tomorrow when BT comes over. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka made with real premium stateside vodka, real brewed tea. All the flavors are delicious. You got to try them for yourselves. If you haven't by now, what are you waiting for? It's everywhere. They're only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and no carbonation. You could drink them all day long. Unfortunately, BT, I just thought about this.
Yep.
Remember, we had the bet. I don't know if you know this.
Clem, about the pallet. What's going on?
Right, Clem from Surfside. So if the Phillies win the division, Clem wins. If the Mets win the division, we get a pallet of Surfside here.
Yeah.
Now, if the Mets lose, obviously the division, I have to dress up like the Phillies. And you said Chase Utley, you have to dress up in a Surfside.
I'm not dressing up in
No, that was
in a what?
A Surfside costume. As a Surfside can. That's part of the deal.
To that, dude.
No, I'm sorry.
You pulled me in. You ain't pulled me in that much.
I agree.
I'll drink the Surfside. I'm not looking like a Surfside.
I agreed on that, so we have to.
Yeah, okay. Wait, you agreed on my behalf? Did you consult
Clem was saying, oh, well, BT dress up as, and I was like, well, no, I'll do the costume. And say,
you
know
what? You should have stopped it there.
And,
and
then he said, we'll get BT in the Surfside can. I said, okay, that's a good idea. I think that's fair.
Did BT agree to that?
I think I may have vouched for you on behalf of it.
Yeah,
they're only 100 calories, so you can drink them all day long. If you've tried the product, you can barely tell there's any alcohol in it. Let's see if the Mets can dig out of this 7-game hole. Otherwise, we're both in
maybe
trouble.
start rooting for the Mets now?
Good for golfing, tailgating, anything beachy outdoors, at a sports bar, nightclub, or even a game they have in both Citi Field and Yankee Stadium. Look for the can with sunset stripes, sunshine in a can, Surfside iced tea, and vodka.
Here's a high drive right field. Line drive, goodbye.
It's the Yankees and Red Sox. 7:05 tonight. Driven by Jeep.
That was an extraordinary play.
Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all of the action. The home of Yankees baseball is the Fan. 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app.
I'm Michael Jenkins helping you beat the books with BetMGM Network, and we're fading the Rockies. Oh, yeah. Pirates first 5. Run line today. Antonio Senzatella is on the mound for Colorado. 4-14 with an ERA of 7. Braxton Ashcraft goes for Pittsburgh. He's 3-2 with a 3.02 ERA. The last time Senzatella faced the Pirates, they hung 8 runs on him in 2/3 of an inning. Take the Pirates on the first 5 run line. I'm Michael Jenkins from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books, and download the BetMGM app today. And please gamble responsibly.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
With baseball in full swing, there's never a dull moment or a shortage of thrills in this league. The thrills are nothing new at Bay Ridge Mazda. Tired of that clunker you've been driving? Just bring it into Bay Ridge Mazda for up to $2,000 over book value all month long. The time is now to make a trade. Head over to the place where everybody wins. Bay Ridge Mazda, located on 4th Avenue and 90th Street, or buy your car direct at BayRidgeMazda.com and have it delivered to your door. That's Bay Ridge Mazda, 4th Avenue and 90th Street in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal is kind of wild. You get a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, 6-piece hash browns, and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for $6. That's the main character meal energy you need this fall. Get it now in Dunkin' stores or order ahead on the Dunkin' app. No substitutions. Participation and times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Get ready for more BT and Sal on the Fan.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm that's there to help accident victims. I'm attorney Jenna D'Agostino, continuing the legacy my father, John D'Agostino, started 35 years ago when he built D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm, one client at a time.
I grew up on these New York and New Jersey streets. They shaped me. I'm attorney John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I often tell the story of how my father lost his leg in a construction accident so people understand I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call my team first. 888-24-LAW-24. 888-24-LAW-24.
Continuing the legacy means working closely with my father and our team. When you're injured, we know a big decision has to be made. Call our team first.
D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call my team first. 888-24-LAW-24. 888-24-LAW-24. D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
Listen weekdays from 1 to 2 on the Fan for the call of the day with BT and Sal, brought to you by Wind Creek Bethlehem. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you're looking for a great price on Falcon tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire, where you always get the guaranteed lowest price on Falcon tires. But it doesn't end there, because Town Fair Tire gives you free services for the life of your Falcon tires. More free services than any other tire dealer. That's why we say nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal, and I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey, I heard you switched banks. How's it going? Yep. Ditched the big corporate bank. Hanover Bank made it easy. I moved my business and personal accounts. Hanover Bank. Are they local? Totally. Decisions made right here. Their team lives in the same communities they serve, so the money stays local, benefiting businesses, homes, and futures in our town. Sounds like you're banking with neighbors. Exactly. Real people, real service. I'm sold. Hanover Bank, huh? I'm checking them out.
Visit HanoverBank.com. Hanover Bank. Forward together.
The keys to an unforgettable adventure? They're waiting for you at your local Ford store, where the summer sales event is in full swing. Imagine discovering that gem of a campsite in a Ford Explorer, effortlessly towing your boat to the lake with a Ford Expedition, or beach days and ice cream runs in an all-electric Mustang Mach-E. These aren't just SUVs, folks. These are your ticket to freedom, built with legendary capability, comfort, and connectivity. So get to your local Ford store and get summer savings on a Ford SUV engineered for pure fun.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
Okay, truth be told, like during the breaks, we scroll or whatever. You do what you're doing, I'm doing what I'm doing on my phone.
Yeah, send an email, yeah.
Okay, sometimes I check text or whatever.
Yeah.
I told you about this. This is an issue. So I'll go on Instagram, sometimes just scroll, sometimes you see good news, whatever. This pops up in my feed. Okay, this pops up in my feed. Oh, might be something you'd be interested in.
It's about Jessica Alba?
Halle Berry. You got to see this.
I'm not going to resist seeing it. By all means, send it my way. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, come on.
Dude, it's like, it's Halle Berry. Now, I don't follow her, but I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like you have to follow her. You get her stuff anyway.
But this is like not even like
she's complaining.
No, I'm not. She's in a 90, and I had to I'm like, is this AI? Am I getting duped yet again? Is this the Odell Beckham Jr. retirement thing? I have to click follow, and it's going to distract me. And then my wife, I'm going to go home, and then she's like, why are you on the phone all the time?
Because I'm looking at Halle Berry. She won't understand.
Yesterday, I had a little bit of situation with that, where I got home, and then I had to, clean up the text a little bit, because we're a 2-hour drive, so it's not like I'm texting.
Yeah.
And then, I ended up talking with Hoff a little bit yesterday, trying to get some stuff straight for the show moving forward on the way home. I was like, yeah, I'll call you back. But I figured, I didn't call her back because I'm going to be home in 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that was an issue. But now, if I'm following Halle Berry on Instagram, there's going to be more time on the phone. Dude, this is not even like...
How would you describe the picture?
I think I see, Italian Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
I think I see a nipple.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Instagram is not just...
She's running out of the ocean.
She's in, here's what it is. There's like a scroll of like 5 photos. She's in some beautiful spot. You see that? I didn't even show you this one.
Oh, man.
Like she's
what a gorgeous beach.
Wherever they are, in like some gorgeous hotel or beach overlooking like the endless ocean, the endless pool, whatever, into the ocean and mountains. And it's a cloudy day, and she posts, making the most of my cloudy day. And she's sitting there in what appears to be a red nightie, not a bathing suit.
I would take it. I think it's a nightie as well.
Okay.
Yep.
She's sitting there on a duck float in this pool, sipping on whatever drink she's sipping on.
Gin and juice.
In her red nightie. And as I'm getting, because the pictures get better as they go on.
You get into this, dude.
And as they go on, I'm like, wait a second. I think that looks to be a little see-through. Mm-hmm. And then the next one, boom, hits you in the face.
Yeah, that's
Hallie's
what
running at you with, you could see.
A little Baywatch run. Like she's kind of running into the red.
So I'm sorry, Billy, Bruce. I was distracted. Mets, Yankees. You getting hit in the chest with a ball. That's distracting.
Is
David
she
Justice.
really? If she's number one for you?
Hallie, yeah. She's
number one still.
She's right there with Jessica Alba. Now, in this particular moment at 1:32, after just seeing this Instagram post, yes, Halle Berry is my number one. No disputing that. Right now. You saw it. I showed you it.
I mean, it's not the first time I've ever seen that, so it's not
From
like
her?
I'm 12. No.
I mean, you might have
life.
seen it in Monster Ball. I forget.
No, you know where you saw I don't think you quite saw that, but you saw a lot in the Flintstones.
She looked great.
Yes.
She played Betty Rubble? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
What an elaborate set. How long? Not that we care,
Catwoman,
but
yeah. I love Halle Berry.
The Catwoman was good too, yeah.
Yeah, I've been a fan of hers for
Boomerang.
years.
That's where we first
It's
really.
just, I mean, it's
her and Eddie.
unbelievable.
I'm a big fan.
I didn't expect to see that.
Every time you bring up Halle Berry, like you almost talk to me like you're trying to convince me that she's beautiful. I know.
In this particular moment, I was trying to convince what I just saw was real. I'm trying to get, I'm like, what the?
But does it matter? Even if it's not, it's still good.
I know. Oh, no, it's great. And also unattainable, so move on. All right, BT and Sal on the fan. 888-808-1019, the number to call. Rich is in Pennsylvania. What's on your mind today, Rich?
Hey, Rich.
Hi, thanks for taking my call, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I have a story, a old golf story in high school, similar to what BT you experienced.
Okay.
We were high school friends, and growing up, we were playing golf. It was senior week. We had the morning off, so we went to play golf in Niagara Falls, New York, Hyde Park Public Golf Course.
Uh-huh.
We were on the 8th hole, par 3. My two friends were twins, and they were always on each other like it was a battle. And one of them, Jeff, was having a hard day. Mike was better. Mike was just kind of smirking on the side.
Yeah.
We were in the 8th green. I was in the back of the green, which you had alluded to about maybe not in the right spot. Jeff was in the bunker in the left green, in the front of the green and on the front.
What happened?
And Jeff just unloads like a missile rocket. And the next thing I know, I'm feeling my head. I was hit above the eye. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is it red? No, I just kind of teared up a little bit. Jeff couldn't believe it. He was apologizing all day. And so he just hit a missile. He was having a bad day, and maybe he just took it off on that.
You
shot.
weren't bleeding?
No.
Look at you, taking it like a champ.
And he got hit in the head.
Yeah, boy.
And you got hit in the chest. Yeah,
He broke the skin.
Oh.
So he broke the skin. But, I had to tell that story. I was listening, and I kind of caught the tail end. So I've heard
So
people
bottom
chiming
line,
in.
you like BT, Rich, were in the wrong spot, and thank you for the call.
Yeah, we got in the way of golf glory is what Sal's about to tell you. Hey, Mike was about to hole out from a Scottish-like bunker.
No, I do think the bottom line is you should not have been standing where you were standing without just in general practice. You saw me.
Oh, God.
There was a clear spot yesterday where I was to the far left of the fairway.
Okay.
But it was kind of an open hole.
A different hole or the one we're talking about now?
No, totally different hole.
Oh, I got
and
you.
you were on the far right of it. And you guys were, I think, waiting for me to go.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike was to the far center. He was basically in front.
Yes.
With the card of where I am. And I'm like, I'm not going to hit this ball.
I waited too.
Yeah, but then I think
unlike
I did
Mike,
hit it,
I was concerned about hitting him, and he was not concerned about hitting me.
No, he didn't know you were there.
I know he didn't.
Point is, I think
you defend him so fast.
I think you were just in the wrong spot.
No,
Mike's
ball was in the wrong spot. I was in the right spot. I was minding my own business, getting ready to 2-putt, a little 7-foot legger on the probably about a 20-foot putt. Let it leg 6 feet to finish. I was in a good spot.
Even if we say that,
good state of mind.
Even if we say you were in a good spot,
which I
still think come on, the ball hitting you in the chest. This guy's talking about ball hitting him in the head. It broke the skin.
Mm-hmm.
It had a little mark on your chest.
I'm not looking for points like oh wow, what an incredible tough display. No. But I also, did he lob the shot? What was his name? His buddy's name was Vinny? Greg?
What did he say? I lost track. Jeff, Steven, yeah.
So, I don't know, did Jeff have a lob wedge and it was a little bit up in the air, or did he literally skull a sand wedge? I don't know. If it was hit like it was hit at me yesterday, it would have broke skin.
I don't know why I find these things funny, but there was one years ago, Jay Bell of the then Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
He, my buddy and I had this on, I have it on video somewhere. I got to show you one of these days. He turned. It was actually when Rich Eisen was doing SportsCenter, I believe. He grabbed the ball from, it might have been a cutoff or whatever, turned around without looking.
He fired it in somebody's face?
Yes.
Who was it? I don't remember that.
Some umpire.
Oh, hit the umpire.
But if you watch it in slow motion, the umpire like is getting in position, so he doesn't know. He's like getting down in position to turn. as he's like getting in position, Jay Bell turns and just fires it, and it is like they are closer than you and I right now.
Yeah, and
he hits him, and Eisen hits him right in the face, and the ump immediately grabs his forehead, and he's kind of like hobbling around. You see the blood trickling.
He was bloodied.
I don't know why that's funny,
laughing at the poor
dude,
guy.
if you watch, I know, I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, he had a brain hemorrhage and died. God forbid.
No, he was okay. Good. I think, thank God. Jay Bell felt so bad from it, but he just turned in fire with the getting right in a position.
I'm going to have to start throwing stuff at umpires pretty soon. 10U. Fungo slipped out of my hand. Sorry, Blue.
Boy, you have had, be careful here. Jeff is on Utah. Is in Utah. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, how are you?
Good, what's up?
40-something years listening to you guys, and was around. Thank goodness for Odyssey. It's just been great for me all over the country. I get to listen to you. But
that's awesome on the
we
free
appreciate
Odyssey
that.
app. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, here's the story. So, guy goes with his buddies to play a round of golf, and he shows up with his pet gorilla. And he says, hey, watch this gorilla. And the guys are like, what? And he gets up on the first tee and he hits a perfect shot right down the middle, 500 yards, right onto the green. And he's like, that's incredible. And they go down to the green and he gets up there for his second shot. Again, 500 yards straight ahead. The point is, gorillas can't play golf. Brian Cashman has hired an entire team of gorillas, and somehow the game is set up where you can still get to the World Series. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not sure I do.
I think I do, and thank you for the call, Jeff.
First of all, nobody hits the ball 500 yards.
Well, no.
I know. That's the first part that drew me. I'm like, talk about embellishment. This guy's never played golf. Yeah, 500 yards. Not even 360.
He said gorilla. A gorilla.
No, I know.
Okay. That's the part you can't get
I was half listening.
gorilla.
Oh, God almighty.
A gorilla steps on the golf course and hits one 500 yards. Like, come on, nobody can win 500 yards. He's talking about.
I know. I do fixate on odd things. I'm very literal with certain things. I know.
So then he tied it into. Now this is where he lost me
gorilla.
a little bit. Yeah, I will say it is odd, and this is why I do have a problem with like dissecting these teams nowadays with the sport. I would have bet anything. Like, obviously, we all predict things. We all get stuff wrong. But predicting the Mets were a bad team last year was not something that I ever thought would be wrong. Mm-hmm. They were god-awful from the start, and they were awful for 2 months.
Yep.
And I don't recall ever seeing a team that bad, at least that I followed on a daily basis, turn into a team that went to the NLCS. Or to his point, a team that played as poorly as the Yankees did for the majority of the second half last year get to a World Series, which means the sport is like, we could sit here and rip roar and go after them and they stink and this team stinks.
Yep.
If they get in the playoffs.
Not dead yet.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. So now I don't know where the gorilla ties into that.
I have no idea.
But
it doesn't absolve. This is probably my greatest takeaway, and I said this a while ago, because you're right. We could beat this to a bloody pulp every day. Everybody knows what the Yankees don't do well. Everybody fixates on what the Mets don't well. We all know. But I don't understand how you could spend basically $700 million combined.
Yeah.
As both of these teams did, which we appreciate as consumers and fans. Like, you want to, pump back money into the product so that, generally, the more you spend, better chance you have to win. But you want to talk about some money poorly spent? I mean, I focus on Cashman. Stearns has some answering to do as well.
100%.
No question.
The only difference is that this is only year 2
That's
for
why
him.
I'm not going nuts.
And a lot of these guys are not necessarily his guys.
I know. And last year was a success, so we want to be fair.
Yeah, but no, 100% I'm with you. It is on David Stearns here. He didn't do enough at the deadline, not being reactive enough or proactive.
Said he's golfing. And then yesterday she put on the shirt, "Go ask your dad." So what I deduce from this is she wants me to stop playing so much golf and do more stuff for the kids. I'm just waiting for the next shirt. I hired a lawyer.
Listen to Boomer and Gio on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Andrew Perloff with an Odyssey Sports Minute. The new tradition of college football going to Ireland every year is a lot of fun, but sometimes there are some translation issues. Yes, they speak English, but they're not totally fluent in college football. With Kansas State facing Iowa State on Saturday, multiple bars in Dublin accidentally ordered the state flag of Kansas and waved it outside, not the Kansas State Wildcats flag. Give them credit for trying. Besides, it's Dublin. As long as there's beer, and there will be, everyone will have a great time. I'm Andrew Perloff.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Save big during Labor Day at Lowe's. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, buy more to get up to an additional 20% off. Shop even more savings with 3 Stay Green 1 cubic foot vegetable and flower garden soil bags for $10. This Labor Day, take care of your home for less at Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 9/3. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide and services to showcase your invention. Get started today.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380.
How good is a perfectly cooked tomahawk steak? The Chef IQ Sense is the wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or overcooking your meat. Order the newly released 3rd generation Chef IQ Sense now and enter code word BOOMER for 15% off at chefiq.com.
Hey, baseball fans, go yard with BetMGM, the sportsbook that knows how to treat you right. It's an exciting time of the year for fans of America's pastime, and with BetMGM, you can be a part of every diving catch, every double play, every strikeout, and every home run from your favorite teams and players. From the first pitch to the game-winning fireworks, there are more ways than ever to supercharge your excitement. Download the BetMGM app, sign up, and get your piece of MLB action. BetMGM is an official partner of Major League Baseball. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
Stepping into the Kia K4 or K5 isn't just getting behind the wheel of any average sedan. It's stepping into what's next. With a K4, it's stepping into a world that's exciting. With a K5, it's one that's bold. The Kia K4 and K5, the next movement for sedans. See your local Kia dealer or visit kia.com to learn more.
Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely.
We're always talking New York sports on The Fan.
This is Sal Licata. If you live in New Jersey, your electricity rates are going up again. If your current cooling system is over 15 years old, get ahead of that rate increase now with a new high-efficiency Carrier AC system. There's only one company to call. It's my friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's air conditioning experts for decades. Take it from me. You'll save money and stay cooler. These guys are experts. Contact my friends now at EdisonHVAC.com. That's EdisonHVAC.com.
Fabric Talk.
Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze Fabric Spray? Oh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman. Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
Your cold is coming. Your cold is coming. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand.
Oh, no, not before my big trip.
The big trip you've been planning is coming up, and so is your cold. But Zicam can shorten your cold and get you back to planning sooner.
Thanks, Revere.
We really should keep Zicam in the house.
Shorten your cold with Zicam.
Take it from America's most revered messenger. Shorten your cold at the first sign with cold shortening products from Zicam, the #1 cold shortening brand. Available in stores or see where to buy.
Tune in to the BT and Sal Show
Show weekdays from 10 to 2 on The Fan, presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Cadillac is the official luxury vehicle of the New York Mets.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
It's a tight one here in New York. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs.
Ma, the bathroom is flooding again. The toilet's throwing a no-hitter.
Looks like your home's plumbing just threw a wild pitch.
Don't let your house turn into the Hudson with DIY fixes. Call in the pros at Roto-Rooter. From leaky faucets to full-blown disasters, your MVP for plumbing solutions.
Roto-Rooter closes it out and sits down the side.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Call of the day with Brendan Tierney and Sal Licata on The Fan.
We welcome in our host yesterday. One of the great days that I have had. I loved it. We talked about it. Guys, Mike Francis. Mike. What's up, Mike?
Guys,
Hey, Mike.
First of all, neither of you is ever getting a job doing the PGA, okay? I can tell you that right now, okay? Because your depiction of what happened yesterday was so wrong that it so misled the audience. It is unbelievable. You would have thought I almost killed this guy from 10 yards away.
He did?
Listen, here's what happened, folks, and I'll give you the depiction. It is a completely blind shot for the golfer. For me, I am
Here we go.
about 28 yards from the green, from the hole, on hitting straight up in a bunker that is over my head, that I can't see any part of the green or any part of any player. So I hit a shot which I did not get my club completely on, so I sculled it. So it was a line drive, which they depicted. And I had no idea that it hit anybody, because when I went up there, I said to Willie, "Where's my ball?" He goes, "There." I said, "How's my ball there?" And he said, "Did you see the ball hit me in the chest?" No, I didn't see anything. I'm hitting a blind shot. I can't see the green. I can't see any of the players. How do I know? So I didn't react callously. I had no idea you got hit with the ball. I didn't see it. I couldn't see it.
Oh, I'm crying.
So
did you make the
I
putt?
can't see anything. So then you said you got hit with the ball. I didn't know if it hit you in the foot. Well, you said it hit you in the chest. I didn't know if it hit you hard, soft. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I never saw the shot. It's a blind shot.
I got you.
So I could not see it in any way. Today you're talking about how you were mortally wounded. There was an assassination attempt.
I got nervous when I was thinking about the alternate outcome here, Mike. It could have been a bad day. Bad.
Hey, that's because when you're on the green and somebody's in
It's my fault.
bunker, you have to pay attention, not be talking to JJ about whatever the heck you're talking about.
I mean, that is a master class
That was
in
even better.
shifting the spotlight away from him. Again, he didn't do it on purpose, but we didn't incorporate early enough. That was great. I love that he called us
That
in.
was
and it
even
was awesome.
better listening to that the second time.
It was, but he had to make sure he couldn't see me.
No, he just wanted to get the true story out there.
Understood. It was a bad lie. It was not quite the sand.
God.
It was a little wet. That
was freaking
The eyes
phenomenal.
had to be dotted.
He goes send me the medical bill at the end of it.
I know. And again, this is one of those moments where I'm laughing. I've laughed about it so much, but when I really do think about it seriously for a moment, it scares me.
Oh,
It really does. I said this to JJ. I said this to you. I think I said it to Mike as well. If that hits me in the face, you're not saying, all right, guys, I'm going to take BT to the hospital. He might need 7 stitches. There's a helicopter coming to the 6th green to transport me wherever I'm going.
I'm sorry, dude.
He's such a jerk, dude.
I'm looking at you trying to be serious. But
It's true, though. It horrifies me to think about
I know. Well, but don't think of the negatives. Think of the positives.
I know.
Yeah,
I
mean, knock on wood, God forbid, you can walk outside and somebody in the city, stab
Mike's
one
out
of
there
us.
with his pitcher wedge when I walk outside the studio today. Hey, no bunker now.
Oh, my God.
Let me flop it over your big bald head.
I told you about this, though. Like last year, my favorite part, first of all, it is a great course and a great day, and he does a great job hosting us and all that, but I just love talking sports with him.
Yeah.
And we were
Yeah, me
going
too.
on about the NFL, and we were talking about different teams. Even like as we're walking to the car, getting ready to leave, like we're still
started a whole new conversation at the car.
Yeah, he was going in on different teams and all that he thinks, who's going to be good, who not. And we were talking about a little bit with obviously we talked about the Jets. You wanted to get a vote of confidence about your Jets, but he was talking about
Which I
Fields.
really wasn't provided with, so no.
I forget the exact line he said about Fields.
He cursed. He's basically the way Fields throws.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's going to be an issue there.
I still think they're going to be okay.
And then the Lions was another team I know he was very high on a year ago, but worries about all the coaching changes that they have now. It's a lot of coaches to be losing.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me. I did before. I think personally the Lions Super Bowl odds are too high. I think they're kind of leaning on too much from what happened a year ago. I'm more with Mike on this, and I've always got a soft spot for Detroit. I worked there, and the Lions were so bad forever. So I like when they're up. It's a really important American city that's been downtrodden financially. So anything that bolsters it, I just feel good for Detroit, right? But they lost 7 coaches. And as Mike was telling us, I even forgot about one. They lost 2 starting offensive linemen, too. So now all of a sudden, 40% of the guys up front, and we know about Jared Goff. If he's got to run and make plays off platform, Jared Goff goes from a really good quarterback to a really average one, as we saw in the Commanders playoff game when he was throwing it away left and right.
Plus the division loaded. Bears in preseason. Again, I don't know how much work you're going to put in or how much stock you're going to put in preseason, but the Bears look very good. Ben Johnson, Caleb
They got the right
Williams, their
coach, I
offense.
think,
Yeah,
but
okay. Well,
they're
that's a
ways
big thing.
Yep.
Minnesota, I'm not so sold on them.
I agree with that.
McCarthy there, but with O'Connell, a great coach, as far as quarterbacks goes, maybe he gets better. I do like the Packers and their talent and love. So loaded division too. Who knows what that loaded NFC North. NFL Talk on the Fan is presented by Paramount Plus. Can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today.
You can't count on much these days, except Francesco almost taking you out from the bunker.
And he's going to hit it flush. You got to be. You and
dude.
JJ yapping away there on the 6th screen.
Hey, listen, we're not antisocial. We like to talk. We don't like to keep our head down. We like to keep.
I was happy.
I'm very verbose.
Yeah, I don't know. Mike chose them wisely. He's a good cart mate with me.
I would have driven him nuts. He would have kicked me out of the car. You're right. I didn't even think about that part. Hey, tomorrow, what do I have to bring? We got the Licata
Nothing.
barbecue.
We're good. I think we're good to go.
Even like no meats or like desserts. We'll bring some dessert.